Ooh, spooky time. No Roman Reigns? Kimmy!
Dun, dun, dun.
So I'll just do this. The champ
is not here!
Literally can't see it. Literally can't see anything.
Yeah, he's like, what? So what? He kicks out of a fucking Canadian destroyer from the top of the arena and then gets ran over by a semi-truck and kicks out. They dump the ring on him. He still kicks out. Like, when is enough enough?
He said...
The following podcast is scheduled for one fall. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the MACKDOWN Podcast. Starring any combination of the following. Introducing Mikey MacD, Mr. A.J. Mitchell, Cam, and Kimmy. It's the MACKDOWN Podcast.
All right, welcome back, everybody, to the MACKDOWN Podcast, week number 15.
Damn.
We got 2 in studio today and 1 in, northern parts. Here, still in Colorado. In the office. The high rise.
The high rise.
It looks like a high rise.
I'm
Yeah,
in
it
the
kinda
corporate
does.
yard.
Looks like downtown Denver somewhere.
The corporate yard, yes. Well, I got myself Kimmy, of course, as usual. My brother over here, Mr. MacD.
That's me.
Got AJ.
How you doing over here?
Well, living the dream.
We got
That's how we
Halloween
do it.
shit going on, We
Yep.
got people creating over here.
Ooh, spooky time. I was disappearing.
I was gonna say, yeah, that filter's crazy, man.
Yeah, it is.
It's like
Filter's
you're
awesome.
there, then you're not.
Then you're there, then you're not. Then you're there, then you're not.
Well, speaking of where we're at, I'll just go ahead and take it off with AJ's yard here. Dun,
Corporate yard.
dun, dun. The corporate yard today. I need to put a shirt and tie on. So, yeah, of course, welcome to the cast, as we always have every week. We want to let you know what the rundown is from Raw to Rampage and everything in between.
It's a B show.
We're coming to you live once again. Today we're going to be talking a little bit about what's going on with Raw, how Big E and Seth are going to be tearing it up soon, because that's going to be a rivalry. We're going to do a deep dive into that. We're also going to talk a little bit about Rampage being as what we're going to call it, the B show.
You can call it. Yeah, you can say I call it that. I'll take full ownership of that.
We're definitely going to dive into that, because we've been looking at what potentially that show is going to become and where it's at now. We're also going to dive into SmackDown. No Roman Reigns. Kimmy.
Dun, dun, dun.
Kimmy.
I'm already crying.
Kimmy.
Okay.
She's already crying. And then, of course, the tournament is still going on for the championship chase with AEW. Daniel Bryan moving on, as we're going to talk about that. I can't even talk myself. And we're going to jump into everything in between, especially fantasy. I think the gummy's starting to kick in. And we're going to definitely jump into fantasy. Talk a little bit about fantasy, see where we are with that. And everything, as I said before. So with that all being said, we're going to throw it back to you guys live in-house. And that's coming from AJ's corporate yard. Dun-dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun.
Well, hey, just to kind of touch on, since you did say it, and I said it in the beginning as well, kind of stepped on your toes there.
Are you good?
My bad. Rampage, dude. How Tony Khan can't say that this is an A show, and he cannot in good faith, like with a smile on his face, really truly think that this is an A show. I'm sorry, dude. You got Bryan Danielson versus Eddie Kingston, and no disrespect to Eddie Kingston, and I understand the story, and I like that, but it's like, dude.
It wasn't that great.
Not to mention, there was no title matches, right? Because they put Britt and Abaddon on last.
Yeah, they
and
did.
that was a title contender match.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Which was also, I mean, that
They beat the shit out of each
I was
other.
gonna say, not to cut too much farther forward, but yeah, that was like, ow, thumbtacks and all the things, like, yikes.
She put the thumbtacks in Abaddon's mouth.
Dude.
Oh.
Yeah.
Shout out to Abaddon as well. Shout out to Abaddon because she's a local hero over here. We're
Yeah,
Rocky
she
Mountain
is.
Pro.
Yeah.
I know those guys over there. They're working hard. But Abaddon, is a special type of character. You know what I mean? And that type of wrestling style is what she wants to
Dude, and
embellish.
she's unique. There's nobody like her in the business anywhere.
Yeah.
Nowhere. The closest would be like Alexa Bliss.
Oh.
I mean,
Yeah.
would you think though? I mean, as far as like that kind of crazy,
That character, yeah,
on the
that
main stage, I
characterization.
should say. I'm not counting Impact and all that. Like nobody watches that. Sorry,
Oh.
Ooh, shout out to Impact.
but hey, it's fine.
Shout out, no shout out. Okay.
They just need to be absorbed, man. Like Ring of Honor. Same thing with Ring of Honor.
Yeah.
They're gonna take a leave of absence basically and go reimagine themselves. And I don't know what they're gonna do. They literally released everybody from their contract.
Yeah.
They did.
So how long of a hiatus are we talking here? Like a couple years, 5 years?
Yeah,
who knows?
It's probably going to be. I'm thinking 18 to 24 months before we hear anything come from that.
if at all. I mean, if at all. I mean, you're liquidating everything at this point. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Ring of Honor might just be a thing of the past, and
It's
there's
likely.
been some great talents to come out of Ring of Honor. A lot of guys that we know and that we like have been in Ring of Honor and started out over there.
Most of
and-
them, dude. Most of the generation
Yeah.
we see on TV right now, like the older, the vets, came through Ring of Honor. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, even some of the other guys, like Adam Cole, he was big Ring of Honor guy. Hangman Page was a big Ring of Honor guy. Shout
All
out
of them.
to
Cody won the world
friend of the
championship
family,
there.
just Jay Lethal, big Ring of Honor guy.
Yeah, man.
So they all definitely had their stay and had their glory days in there. Samoa Joe as well.
Dude,
Christopher
all of them. Brian
all of
Danielson,
them.
dude. Punk. I mean,
Yeah.
the list goes on and on. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Adam
I mean,
Cole.
going all the way back, Eddie Guerrero was the Intercontinental Champion of WWE, and he went and wrestled out there when he got his little suspension as the Intercontinental Champion. So, Ring of Honor does have history. I do feel that if they do go under, it is a sad thing. It'd almost be like the ECW closing down.
The disrespect.
It's definitely a sad moment in time, but all good things come to an end. I mean,
Yeah.
Fortunately.
WWE is just a conglomerate. AEW is trying to come in and compete with them. And compete is a word I'm using very loosely here
Right.
because it's not
That's
the
not how
same
you feel.
type. Right, it's not the same type of competition as like what WCW was, but
Well, and Eric Bischoff, there was a lot of heat with Eric this past
Mm-hmm.
week, because he was basically saying, like, look here, quit fucking comparing yourself to me and what I did with your fucking shit. You don't have the balls to go head to head with them. So until you do, don't fucking even put my name in your mouth type of shit. You
Right.
know what I mean?
Who is he saying that to?
Tony Khan.
Tony Khan, yeah, Tony Khan. Tony
You
Khan
know?
pretty much came back. I don't know if you heard the rebuttal.
Go ahead.
Eric's podcast came out this week with Ask Eric Anything, and they started off with pretty much the entire interview with Tony Khan in response to those comments that Eric made. Now, I'll tell you right now, Eric Bischoff, in my opinion, is right.
I agree 100%.
Eric understood what it was to legitimately go one-on-one, quote unquote, with the WWE, and he was able to not only go one-on-one with the WWE, but he was able to beat them for a consistent amount of time.
Yeah.
Tony, if you and this is just hey, look, I'm just quarterback. What is it? Armchair quarterbacking right now.
You're the armchair ring general. The
That's
Monday
all I'm
morning
saying.
ring general.
But Tony, all I'm saying to you is, your product right now is at a crossroad, to where you can either continue down the road of giving us good quality product that you will appease the fans, or giving us some off the wall, top of the line, ready to go stuff. You got a talent roster that's
Stacked.
unrealistically
Dude, it is
large.
insane. Like, I can't remember who it was. Maybe it was Punk on a podcast was saying, he's like, dude, we legit. Oh no, it was Adam Cole. He said we legit have 5 years of like straight up really good television we can write right now with the roster we got. That's not including, when fucking when Wyndham comes in, Rotunda. Wyndham. I don't want to call him Bray Wyatt no more. I got to get out of that habit. Wyndham Rotunda. When he comes over, dude, then it's only going to get better from here. And that's why I was even telling Cam, shout out to Cam. He's booked.
Oh yeah, Cam and Mr. B's booked too.
And Mr. B's booked too. But yeah, dude, like he had nothing for AEW. He didn't think that it was really what he thought it was going to be. And I'm like, well, bro, think about, he's too young to remember. You can remember because I remember when Nitro first started, right?
Right.
It took Nitro a couple years to really like develop their stride. You know what I mean? Like they didn't know how to, they walked funky and clunky. And then around 96 is when, like the beginning of 96 is kind of, Hogan was getting booed out the building, but they had the cruiserweight division. So it's like, it's a lot more exciting and they're figuring out their lane, so to speak.
Right.
And then the NWO stepped in and it was like fucking gangbusters. It was over.
Well,
you know what I mean?
you lit the fire at that point.
Yeah, dude. So, yeah. And then not to mention, he went head to head with that motherfucker. And I would love to see, like, again, I'm a fan of competition. It brings the best out in everybody. So to me, I would love to see AEW put like Rampage on for 1 hour on Monday night.
Just to see.
1 hour Monday night, started at 8 p.m. Or even if you want to do 10 p.m., fuck it. You know what I mean? Whatever time you want to put it on. Well, it can't be 10 p.m. because that would be...
Yeah, I was going to say, that's too late.
That's
so
Monday.
basically, just to go back really quickly before we get too far into the weeds on that. So essentially, Bischoff was saying... your AEW's not what WCW was essentially, so like don't compare yourself until.
Yeah, he's like quit comparing because even Tony Khan said with his own mouth that when Adam Cole and Bryan Danielson showed up, that was bigger than Hall and Nash, and I'm gonna be like, put the brakes on, motherfucker. No. It was not. It was very big. And with Punk and that whole thing, it was very big. Don't get me wrong. It lit a fire for today's wrestling generation. But you cannot compare it to NWO.
There's no way because first of all, NWO is completely different in the fact that they were considered active talent on the WWE roster when they showed up on WCW.
Yeah.
It's not like they were... No, go ahead.
I was gonna say you legitimately thought they were really walking in. Like you were like, wait a minute, what's going on? This in the middle of a match? Like
it took until Bash at the Beach when I was like, okay, this is not
like they're staying there. They work there.
This is not.
This is a work.
Yeah, it's a work.
Yeah.
That's crazy. But I'm not gonna lie, dude. I mean, there was a part of my brain back in that day when Bash at the Beach happened. Bro, I'm expecting Sean to walk out. I'm expecting Brett to walk out.
Oh, I know, right?
You know what I mean? So when Hogan walked out, I was disappointed because as soon as he walked out, dude, I knew. I was like, oh, he's going to turn heel right here. Which, cool. Fucking awesome. And then fucking Bobby Heenan, well, whose side is he on?
Whose side is he on?
But it didn't give away anything because, dude, Heenan has always been a Hogan hater since day one. Always. And he's always said he was a fucking turncoat, backstabber, all that shit, cheater.
And he was right.
And he was right the whole time, so it kind of legitimized Bobby. He went into business for himself a little bit, but hey, it was great.
That's how you do it.
But anyway,
shout out to Bobby Brain Heenan.
Let's steer this fucking thing back on the road.
So we were talking about prior to that. So yeah, AEW,
Rampage.
How much talent they have. Well, they're definitely not utilizing the talent with what matches they are putting on TV right now on Rampage. Because I even asked Mike, I'm like, well, you got to give the quote-unquote kids an opportunity, right?
Very true.
But apparently, which I'm not a huge fan apparently, but I didn't realize they had multiple like online shows as well.
Yeah, they got Elevation and they got Dark.
So
yeah, Dark is like 3 hours too.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's just all indie folk.
So I mean, I guess they can get their opportunities there too. But I was just kind of under the impression like, maybe they just wanted to give them a match. But yeah, if you're gonna quote unquote compete, as Tony Khan is saying he wants to do or is trying to do or thinks he's doing, then that's not the talent you need to be highlighting on your television show.
Nope. Oh. And I agree. Like Dante Martin and Matt Seidel, or was it, who was it? Dante Martin and who fuck was it?
Matt Seidel or Matt Seidel's brother?
I think it was Matt Seidel.
I was going to say because it was supposed to be a tag team match and then it got switched to an individual match.
Yeah. Which, I mean, look, man, they had an exciting match. I'm not going to take anything away from them. But, bro, this is a 1 hour program and you want to call it an A show? That's not the talent that you put out there. You know what I mean? That kid's 20 years old. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
he's not ready. He's not ready to be.
Put him on Dynamite, bro. That's a 2-hour show. You can fit him in that time slot. Give him 6 to 10 minutes or whatever the fuck they want to do.
Yeah.
Right, and call it a day. Right.
Showcase him on that show. Put him in the middle before like the turn of the hour. You know what I mean? Like, have him, come in and get you hot, and then start the second hour with something.
Yep.
But I don't know. That's just me.
No, I agree with you, man.
I personally think that what needs to happen is AEW, in my opinion, needs to merge with Impact, spread the love, man, spread all that talent, all filter through all your wrestling shows, and have some features all the way through, man. You're gonna have all these champions and all this shit. Don't be like the WWE and shove a whole bunch of champions into one show and show.
Dude, it's so watered down in WWE with all the titles. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, but if you're gonna include all these championships, then have a showcase of them. Merge them all. Merge Impact. Merge.
Yeah.
Impact is what, 2 hours on Thursday? That's another 2 hours you got right there.
That show is 2 hours?
Yeah.
Oh my! What the fuck do they got to showcase 2 hours worth on Impact?
I believe it's 2 hours. Hold on.
They take a lot of pride in their shit. That's all I know.
Yeah, what do
I'm
you think?
sorry. That is not a good show either, dude. Like I've tried to give it the chance multiple times, and I always turn that shit off every fucking time.
It's just piss poor wrestling, bro. That's just the problem.
And it's not even that. It's just not good stories. And like, even Dwayne, he wanted to try to tell me that Impact storytelling was better.
Oh.
And I turned it on and watched it, taking his word, going, well, if he says so. I mean, he's a wrestling fan from,
way back.
Down
yester
under.
years,
From down
before
under.
the golden age, you know what I mean? So the golden era. So he's seen it all, but he's like, yeah, these stories are way better than like Raw. And then I turn it on and watch it, and I'm like, bro, this shit's so terrible. Like, love you the most, but
You have really poor taste.
Very poor taste.
but but he's been watching. He likes more of the the hard hitting style, and he's old school, man. You know what I mean?
Well, and he gets like very annoyed with like Orange Cassidy, and he thinks that he's like super disrespectful to wrestling and stuff.
Yeah.
Like that's the kind of dude that Dwayne is.
Yeah, he's like, what? So what? He kicks out of a fucking Canadian destroyer from the top of the arena, and then gets ran over by a semi truck and kicks out. They dump the ring on him. He still kicks out. Like, when is enough enough? And I agree with that. 100%.
He said, "Oh my god, that is."
But it's
hilarious.
true. But it's true. And then again, dude, he says too, there's really not a lot of believable dudes in wrestling right now. There's a handful.
Yeah.
There's a handful of dudes that are believable. When I watch them on TV, I'm like, that dude probably could kick my ass. I don't, dude. Most of these dudes, I'm like, yeah, no.
No, I could definitely beat you. Not me
I'm sorry.
personally, but
You got five, sorry, Darby Allin, dude. Like, no, bro, no. You don't put him in a world title scene. You don't do that, especially like right now. I know it's only been 2 years, and they're like, hey, by the way, you fans like him. He sells a lot of merch. We're gonna push him. Same thing with Orange Cassidy, but it's like, okay, well, at some point, dude, like, the bell rings.
you still have to have a match.
You still got to have a good match, and like, I'm sorry, Orange Cassidy doing the little, stupid kicks. It's like, no, dude, that's a Gaga thing. That's
Right.
You can
It's
slate that
entertainment.
for somewhere else. Yeah. Don't put him in a world title scene. Like, come on, dude.
Vince would love an Orange Cassidy. That's another character.
I wonder. I mean, Vince does like the characters, but you know what?
Yeah,
I'm finding
you
that
can see
Vince likes characters, but he doesn't give a shit about the character. He's just like, how are you going to react? How are you going to react when I put you in this situation? Are you just going to eat the crow? No, you're not? Okay, you need to get the fuck out of here. Like, he'll test you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, look at the New Day when they first started, bro. Woo.
It's terrible, bro. It was awful. But credit to them,
Preachers?
dude. Credit to them. They turned it into something that we all know and love
Magical.
today, bro. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm a fan of unicorns now because of them. You know what I'm saying?
I love unicorns, bro.
I'm a fan of unicorns now. Oh,
So-
hilarious.
But yeah, I don't know, dude. I think Rampage they need to figure it out. It's not an A show. It is not an A show, period. If you take out that other match, because Britt Baker and, like I said, Britt Baker and Abaddon had a good match. They beat the
did.
shit out of each other. I know you haven't seen it yet, AJ.
No.
But, and then the opening match, they gave them like almost 30 minutes, dude. Like, they went way too, like, that's the kind of shit to me that exposes the business a little bit. You know, because I'm sorry, but Eddie Kingston should not have went 30 minutes with Bryan Danielson. You know, do you
No.
agree with that? I mean, it
Yeah,
wasn't
because
30,
Bryan
but-
Danielson, first of all, is way more athletic.
dude, he's a fucking legit superstar.
Yeah,
like a
like-
legit, like he's a living legend at this point.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you say?
Well, and like you said,
Right.
you know, they have a lot of respect for Eddie, so of course they're going to try to give him. But yeah, I mean,
That's a long time.
some of it was a little sloppy. Some of it was a little, you could tell he was fucking.
And that's
Gas.
Yeah.
that's Bryan Danielson giving him the rub, you know, like, you know, we all respect you for what you've done. You've never, you know, been in a world title match, I don't think. Maybe one.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. He fought John.
Oh, it was Moxley.
Moxley.
That's right. He damn sure did. But he's never won the world title, I guess I should say. But
He's not going to.
hey, you know what? It is what it is, and he's a fighter.
He's like a Tommy Dreamer for them.
yeah. Yeah, he's just the backstage leader, you know what I mean? Like I said, no disrespect, man. I like what he does. He's great on the mic, but that was a long time to watch them in that match, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, Eddie Kingston definitely needs to be showcased differently in the way that they showcase Moxley. You know, Moxley is the what's the word I'm looking here for? The hardcore champion of the world forever in wrestling, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Like that's his style. That he needs to go fight.
Him and Nick Cage
who's
need
the
to be a
guy?
tag team.
Yeah.
Or Nick Gage, I should
Hashtag-
say, not Cage.
Hashtag still go fuck yourself, Nick Gage. Still find you in my DMs, bitch. Anyway,
P.S.
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 Find me in my DMs,
P.S.
bitch.
P.S. Kill
Nick
the
Cage.
Nick Gage.
The Nick Cage. Oh, man. They're trying. He
Nick
tried to
Gage.
do it to himself.
Yeah, he did.
I know, right? Yeah.
He ain't scared.
He's
also
like, I'm not
no-
scared to die. In fact, I want to die. Why am I not dead yet?
Yeah. Put me back out there.
Put me back out there.
Like, your arm is
That's
cut
how you
off,
do it.
bro. I don't give a fuck. Like, okay, well,
nick-
you're going to die, so.
Yeah, you nicked an artery friend. You know, it's like, uh-oh.
But yeah, that's all I had on Rampage, man. I don't want to keep going back to it.
Oh, there you go. So Rampage is set. Speaking of set and having enough, I guess Roman Reigns had enough with SmackDown this week because he decided not to show the fuck up.
He's like,
Dude,
look,
he's
I
had
need
a-
a break because I am literally like, dude, he does have 60 points, which, speaking of, I don't know if we want to, I don't want to,
Oh, yeah, we were going to get right into that, huh?
I forgot.
Well, we can. We can jump right into it.
But
Yeah,
so
speaking of which, yeah, jump right
Roman
into it.
Reigns has 60 points, but guess who also has 60 points?
Who's that?
RK Bro.
Yep, they're tied for
Ah.
They're
the
tied for the equal top scorer.
Yeah, they're tied for number
Look
one.
look at me. I'm like John Cena.
You can't see me.
Ah! I
Oh,
like
shit.
bounce up out of there.
Yeah, I was gonna say that between the Usos and RK Bro, those were really good picks because Rhea has 47 total, Roman has 60 total, and then you got the Usos with 55, and RK Bro with 60. So they're like right behind each other.
Yeah.
Nice.
So
There
they're
a
you
lot
know,
of championship matches. Well, speaking of which, all right, let's break it out. Let's go through the scores. Drum roll. Here we go.
all right.
Pass
Well,
to
I'll,
you.
I'll do it. I'll
Okay.
do it by the week, and then we'll go ahead
Yeah.
and give the totals.
You
All right.
always break it down.
All right, so
Dun-dun-dun-dun.
to start off the week here, Kimmy coming in last again
Yep.
with 3 total points this week. I came in second to last with 9. Mr. B is in third. Is that right? Yes, he's in third
Yep.
place with 10 points total this week.
Yep.
And then AJ, you got 15 points total this week. And then Cam had 20 points total this week. So, totaling that out, drum roll. So, in last place, we got Mr. B with 116. In fourth place, it is me with 138. Third place is Cam with 141. And Kimmy is the runner-up with 160. And AJ took a commanding lead with 180.
So I'll just do this. The champ!
Is not here!
Literally can't see it. Literally can't see anything.
You're holding your arms up. That's all I can see. That's fucking hilarious.
I'm here. The champ is here.
Oh my god.
I just disappeared when I did it. Look at that.
Hey
That's
man,
crazy.
we still got, dude, a whole month before the shakeup. So I mean, there's still a lot that can happen here in the next.
I know. It's
So,
dude.
how
It's
many points
fluctuating.
am I ahead by?
20.
You're ahead by 20 points from the next person, but in total, you're ahead by 64 points from the. Wait, is that right? Yeah, 64 points from last place.
Dude, I hate to say this, but I'm like almost on the verge of just getting rid of AEW folks at all.
Dude, I know that.
Like,
that
I don't want
Rampage
these
is
negatives.
tough.
Like, fuck these negatives. It's killing me.
And here's the good
Killing me
thing:
softly.
Jungle Boy is the only reason why I'm getting any AEW points.
Bro, they've gotten you negative
Mox-
points. They got negative 4 points this week.
Yeah.
Well,
They
he
didn't
was
show
on,
up. They didn't show up on Dynamite or Rampage.
Yeah.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
Moxley won, so he was getting me points, right?
He got 9, I think.
5.
Oh, that's right. Because no, wait. Oh, he had 7.
Yeah.
He had 7 for the night, and then he had. Wait, is that right?
You got it
3
says
for the
5 up
match,
there.
4, 7.
Yeah, 7 for the match and -2. Bless you. If he didn't show up on the other show.
Yeah,
Should've
so
been
then 5.
Bless you.
Gesundheit.
Bless you again.
Thank you. Yes. Okay, that's correct. So,
Sweet.
but yeah, so we have new leaders. I keep falling down. And you know what's funny is the way it's written up there is the score, just reverse.
Yeah,
So
that's
the top,
true.
so from top is the worst to the bottom, which is the most. It's crazy.
That is really funny if you think about it, because that's our draft order.
Yeah.
And so literally the person that got the first pick draft is last place, and then so on and so forth.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who
it's
got
like
the first pick?
Mike, Mr. B.
It was Mr. B, me, Cam, Kimmy, and then you.
Yeah, and right
Yeah,
now
right.
it's you're in first, I'm in second, Cam's in third, Mike's in fourth, and Mr. B's in fifth, which is like literally the draft order reversed.
It
Nice.
Yeah, literally is.
So
Yeah, that's how we do it.
that's kind of funny to think about. He got the first draft picks and he's losing.
Well, he got all but one AEW. Like everybody's AEW but one.
I think when we decided that negative rule, he's like, "Fuck,
Yeah,
what
it's
the
like
fuck? That's bullshit."
yeah, because look, -1, -4.
I think he's home now. Let me go.
Bro, I'm just gonna tell you right now, Sheamus is gotta go. Sheamus
He's
has
gotta go.
Dude, he's got -9 points since I put him in, dude. I should have just left Alexa in there with like what Cam was doing with Hangman. I should have just left her ass in there because then I get 0 every week.
Yeah, instead of
until she comes
negative.
back instead of negative, dude. Like that shit's killing me, dude.
Literally,
-9, bro.
dude, you have a lot of negatives up there too.
Yeah, Young Bucks, fucking Sheamus. Get out of here. Yeah, Young Bucks are out of here too, man.
Yeah, I think for me, the Mysterios have got to go. Man, and see, I don't know. If I only get 2 picks, though, that's the tough thing.
2
Because the
moves.
Mysterios are getting me points. They're not negative a lot of the times.
Well, now that they're on Raw, they're going to be featured a little more because it's a 3-hour show. And how do you not fit Ray into your 3-hour show?
Yeah, see,
You know
part
what
of
I
me
mean?
wants to get rid of Orange Cassidy and Darby. I know that might be a mistake, but I'm like, dude, I'm fucking tired of this AEW negatives.
It's just holding it back. It's like you're swimming, but somebody's like holding you
Yeah,
on a
they-
rope. You know
yeah.
what I mean? Like you're swimming, you're moving, but barely.
Yeah, dude, he's got me 24 this whole time.
That's ridiculous.
Who's that?
Darby.
Yeah, and you've had him since the
The
start.
beginning, yeah. So I think I'm like, fuck him. He's got to go. He's got to go, and I think Orange Cassidy's got to go. I'm going to keep Monster on my backup.
That's a good pick. I also think, yeah, I'm going to get rid of the Young Bucks and fucking Sheamus, bro. I'm keeping Alexa as my backup, yeah. Because when she comes back, they're going to push her really hard.
What about you, AJ? Are you going to keep Cameron Grimes on your backup? Or are you just going to, are you going to replace 2
Cameron-
people on your active, or what?
Yeah, I'm pretty much getting rid of Cameron Grimes. He's gone, and I'll probably get rid of Jungle Boy and
So Jurassic Express.
Jurassic Express. Yeah, Mox. I mean,
He's got you 30 points. That's not bad.
yeah, he's not bad. You know what I mean?
It's better than some.
But yeah, and Nakamura is another one who I was thinking like, ugh.
I mean, he's consistent. He doesn't get you a lot of points, but like he's got 19 right now. But he doesn't have a lot of matches. He just has a lot of backstages. You know what I mean? And like out in front of crowd shit. But like he had a match this past week, and he lost.
Dude, Miro, though, he's been in since the beginning in -1.
Yeah, -1. We should have never.
Ouch. I should have never
we should have
swayed
never
Mike's.
said shit. Yeah, because Andrade is starting to heat up.
Yeah. I know,
Yeah.
I feel bad for Mr. B.
But look, dude, like, yeah, man,
It's all over.
it's tough because if you win a match, you get, whatever, 7 to 9 points depending on whatever. But if you no-show, knock 2 off that, you know what I mean? So it's like, fuck, man. 2 points is substantial in this league.
It is.
Yeah, I'm down by 20 all of a sudden.
Yeah, 2 points is
Dude, I don't get my
between me
fucking
and Cam.
I don't get my Roman and Rhea points, and I'm fucked. Like literally, because literally,
No,
look,
bro.
like I got 1 point. No, excuse me, I got -2 for Roman, and then Rhea only got me 2.
Yeah,
And those are my
everybody's
top
single
2
digits,
scorers, dude. Those 2 people are the reason why I was even in the lead. And so when they don't show up, it's like,
Well, and then not to mention, ever since Rhea got put in that tag team, she's been sucking ass for you.
I don't know
been
why they.
sucking so
I don't know why
bad.
they're like, let's put the superhero and the goth chick together. Like that makes fucking sense.
Because they're two unlikely. They're two unlikely partners. You know what I mean? Vince McMahon is
cool.
like.
You already have that in RK Bro. Like we don't need the female version of that. That also literally makes
That's
no
pretty
sense.
much what we have. That's
Dude,
pretty much what we have. The
We got that
female
with
version
the
of
King and the Queen of the Ring too. You notice how Zelina and Xavier are all of a sudden like, and here we are. We are from Britain now. Give me a spot of tea. It's like, Jesus, dude. Like, what? So both of them now are they both have acts. It just goes back to WWE. Same shit, different show, man.
Yeah.
Same shit, different show, dude. I
That's
hate
just
it.
of it.
Sucks. But, whatever. If they would get smart, they would hire us, Hey, WWE,
We're calling you out.
we're here, man. Getting them DMs.
Ready to go. Ready to go.
We'll
Ready
write you
and
some
willing.
good TV.
Yeah, man, I would love to get in there and just pitch ideas because I think that we would actually make shit make sense. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
That would be our specialty. It's like, hey, what do you got? Okay, this is what you want to do. All right, let me polish this up a little bit and
Exactly.
and we'll make it make sense. You know what I mean?
All right, I
But-
could do that.
Oh.
We'll be the editing team.
Yeah.
Well, no. I'm just saying, like, we'll be the filter team. Like, basically, they'll filter their stories through us, and then we'll polish them up and then
Make them actually make sense.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
they
we'll be
got
like,
plenty
no.
of people in WWE that can do that, but they just hire these fucking idiots, dude. Hey, and I'm being serious. They hire fucking idiots, dude. You know what I mean?
I know what you
It's
mean.
embarrassing, dude. Like, this is why people are embarrassed and ashamed to watch pro wrestling because of the stories that they're putting out.
Yeah, because some of them are cringe.
It's super
AF.
fucking cringe, dude. And it's like, you watch that? It's like, yeah, I do. I do. I damn sure
I
do,
do.
man.
You're like, yeah, but look at AEW though.
Well, here's the thing. I always say,
Anyway.
man, when pro wrestling is bad, it's like literally some of the worst shit on TV.
Mm-hmm.
But when it's good and it's done right, like, man, it's really hard to nothing can compare to it.
You're not filling out stadiums of fans for no reason.
But we don't have that real emotion anymore, so.
Well, nobody wants it anymore. I mean, it's all kind of just wrestling's kind of just handed to people nowadays. It feels like it's no more like, hey, I'm passionate about. I've wanted to do this forever, and I'm passionate about it. A lot of these guys are like celebs or football stars or people who may have wanted to do it one time in their life. That's what it feels like. It's coming to fruition now.
Well, I mean, which to me that's okay because it keeps a little bit of kayfabe of like available a little bit. You know what I mean? Like you can try to like if you are like say an NFL player that you want to come in and just play the badass.
That's actually a great segue into this next topic. What we were talking about earlier. Like, does the real life animosity backstage create better content for us? You know what I mean? Because like you said, AJ, everything's kind of handed to you. You're playing a role. It's a script.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Well, in WWE that is, not AEW. Kind of AEW. It's still a TV show, of course, but
Right.
it's different because you're allowed to go, quote unquote, get over in AEW. So, and to me, back in the day, dude, there was a like legit competition between, I don't know, it was always like 5 or 6 dudes or
Yep,
girls
trying to get that spot.
trying to get that top spot, and that competition was real. They really wanted that spot, and they were doing whatever they could to take that fucking spot.
Yep.
And dude, that to me was, you can see that when
It
they're
adds
out
the
there.
hunger.
Yeah, you can see it, and
Yeah.
it's legit. It's real. Like they're really trying to go get that spot, So I don't know, man. They're lacking in, and that's why, like even Vince said, like, oh, they don't have the work ethic like they did back in the day, and they just all sit back and play video games. It's like, well, yeah, because they're not allowed to do anything else.
Yeah,
So,
they're
right.
like here, follow this script and go home. They're not allowed to do
Yeah.
anything. So yeah, I mean, and I think that it can add to the appeal of it a little bit because I was a little more intrigued about why the shit between Becky and fucking Charlotte was so awkward. You know what I mean?
it made you want to watch next week, right?
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck was
and
that?
they're not even on the same show anymore.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So they fucking ruined that.
yeah, no shit. Well, she was trying to
Oh.
assert dominance anyway, but
I hope
Well,
she
speaking of
leaves. I'm ready for her to leave. Go to AEW and establish that women's division. Go be a real pro wrestler, like your family heritage, and that's basically what she is. Yeah. And like we did not discuss last week on the pod, we found out afterwards that So if she was to leave, she does have names trademarked. She went and trademarked Ashley Flair.
Yep.
And she trademarked the Queen of Wrestling back in 2019.
Yep.
Which was the start of AEW.
Correct. And her and Andrade both did that kind of around the same, actually,
La
at the same
Sombra
time.
and El Idolo was the names he tagged. But non-WWE trademark names. So that gives her an outlet if she's like, yo, if I want to leave, I've trademarked this name. You cannot fucking tell me shit.
And I'm still a Flair. Fuck you.
Yeah, and now I'm real. Now I'm Ashley.
Right.
Not fucking Charlotte.
Right.
But she's still going to be from the Queen City, Charlotte, North Carolina.
Right.
So they can still incorporate all that.
Exactly.
All of it, dude. It just makes too much sense, dude. Like, go over there, and then I think we're going to get fucking Tessa Blanchard's got to be coming soon, right?
Oh, could you imagine?
I mean, that was the match that everybody was like, if that was the dream match, it would be Charlotte versus Tessa Blanchard somewhere.
Yeah.
And they can do that in AEW. So.
They can.
Granted, Tessa Blanchard's got a lot of heat on her, you know. Apparently she's made some racial comments, possibly.
Who hasn't made racial comments? I mean, good God, man. Like, you know, I'm kind of sick of this racial comment shit. Like, all right, you know,
is it out of context? Is it not? Who knows?
I mean, yeah.
Yeah,
So,
like, come on. Like,
we can all agree, though, that white people suck.
White people fucking do suck.
Me and Mike were just talking about that yesterday. I'm like, white people are just the fucking worst. God.
Especially the old ones.
Yeah, dude. Old whites.
This is my city. This is my road. No, bitch, this is not anybody's. This ain't your nothing.
Makes
Go
me ashamed to be
your
white.
old ass house. Yeah, dude. Jesus.
the comments said before are the comments only of.
AJ's like, I love white people.
They're way better.
The old whites are dumb.
They just
The
need to
old
figure
whites.
out, you know, old people just need to realize that culture's changing in this country, and they just, you know, this fucking, I don't even know what you would call it, dude. What
Well, I
would you
think
call
that's
it?
why everybody's getting called out on their shit now. They're like, oh, you made a comment? No. Oh, you did this? You're fired. Oh, you did
Yeah.
this? No, fuck you. Like, zero tolerance? Because
Yeah.
it's like, that's the only way it's going to change.
Yeah, dude, you can't. Yeah, like I mean, like John Gruden. You
Yeah.
know, so the shit he said in private shouldn't get him fired. It's like, no, it came to light, it surfaced. Obviously, now we know that you're just a giant piece of shit. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, and you've had other people in wrestling like that too. I mean, but why is it a double standard in WWE? Look at Michael Hayes. Michael Hayes is,
Oh, I'm sure he said the most racist shit. You know, I'm sure he has.
but
he hasn't been
but-
caught. You know, and that's just the way it is.
what do you mean he hasn't been caught? Mark Henry called him out on it before and said it. There was that big controversy where he said something to Mark.
Well, dude, it's different. Like, even fucking Chick-fil-A. They're, like, bigot as fuck. And people
Yeah.
are still like, but I like your chicken. So I'm going to eat
Yeah,
there.
they're like, no gays. And by the way, we're not going to do this on Sunday.
Yeah.
It's like, what?
So, like, each individual corporation gets to choose how they deal with their fucking employees. You know what I mean? So if WWE's not stepping it up and...
Not to mention just all, and you know, it just sucks because, you know, wrestling was built on stereotypes and,
Dude, yes.
you know what I mean? Like, it just was. And
We're in a weird transitional phase of history, though, where it's
Yeah.
kind of like, yeah, shit that was acceptable 10, 15 years ago is just like a total no-go now. Because we will watch stuff and go back and be like, ooh.
yeah, that didn't
See,
age well.
but that's you know what? I think that's, I don't know. Maybe it's just me because I'm just a little bit more free with the sense of saying I could give two shits. You want to call me an N-word? Okay, whatever. I can care less. That's not going to affect my day. But I mean, I just think we live in a society that's just a little bit too sensitive when it comes to certain things.
Oh,
and-
yeah, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me is
Yeah.
completely died. That doesn't
Oh, yeah.
exist anymore.
Right, and I
Words
feel
are
like
physical assault now.
Right, and that's like so like, oh, like words hurt. Words hurt.
Well,
Do
get
they
over it.
really?
Get the fuck over
I
it.
mean, do they really though? I mean,
They
like,
hurt your feelings, but that's it. You hurt my
Right.
feelings. Like, we need to quit worrying so much about people's feelings, man. Like, I understand,
Right.
like, to an extent, of course, you know what I mean?
Well, you
Like,
also have to learn that everybody's going to have an opinion, and you have to have your own opinion about yourself and not let other people's opinions affect how you feel about you.
yep.
and not to mention, you know, not for nothing, but like feelings don't pay my bills.
No, man.
Feelings don't wake me up in the morning to go to work. You know, it does. I do. I have to go to work. If someone calls me a bad name, that doesn't mean that I can't go to work and my life stops. You know, now if you shoot me
You're
with a
not a
gun and
snowflake,
beat
bro.
the shit out of me, or do something to physically cause me harm, and then yes, that's different because that physically is stopping me from doing something. But oh, you said something that's like, I don't know. We just live in a generation where everybody wants to be considered, but it's also the fact that they want to be considered so special that you have to not do this now, and then you have to not do this now, and then you have to not do this now because this is going to offend this person. You can't do this. This is going to offend this person.
There's nothing that you can do that's going to appease everybody, and people just need to realize that. It's like, hey, I may say some of the most profound shit ever, which is not going to come out of my brain, but somebody's going to be like, no, nope, that's bullshit. Fuck you. I don't like your opinion, and I don't like you. And it's not necessarily the fact they don't like my opinion. Probably they just don't like me. You know, they just don't like me, so they're like, fuck what you got to say, I don't like you. So I'm not even going to listen to you, you know what I mean? That's politics now, guys. But we're going to move on from that.
Yeah.
We don't talk politics or religion unless we want to really spark controversy, so. Because you're
we'll
going to make everybody mad, no matter what you say or do.
So, in the words of Kimmy of last week,
All right.
and we're back.
Back on the road
Live!
here, guys.
And back on the roller coaster.
So anyway, real life controversy can definitely add,
We make it.
Full
We make up some
Full
of
circle.
that. I like it, though. I like it.
Kimmy just did the spinner. She did like this.
like, anyway, back to where we were.
You got the belt. He got the spinner belt, just so for the people that can't see.
Yeah, I got the spinner belt. It's an official tissue. Love it. It's nice.
It's
Because you
nice.
can't see me if I stand up.
If I stand up.
Yeah, you're gone. Boom. Disappeared.
All I see is your high-rise corporate office.
Yep, and then that little triangle.
Yeah, it
from
is
the
weird how
lightning.
it cuts it out, huh?
He gone.
Speaking of spooky, are we going to tell some spooky stuff going on here before we move on? Or we got some other stuff we're going to jump into?
Shit, that's
'Cause-
pretty much it, man. There's really nothing else I got. We do have a shout out. We do
yeah.
have a new Instagram follower,
Yes.
and that is
Speaking of
at,
belts.
at Blanca Gear. He is a championship belt creator, replica belt creator. Hey, thanks for the follow, man. Appreciate you. Don't know how you heard us
Follow.
or where you heard from us, but we appreciate you. And hey, man, those belts are nice, by the way.
Yeah, very nice. That Intercontinental you sent me with the blue.
Dude. Yeah, it's like a modern take of the new one and the old original. You know what I'm saying? I like it,
Yeah,
man.
definitely.
Well,
We'll
no,
throw
it's
some
like
of those pictures up on our gram real quick so they can see it and
Yeah,
follow-
we can be like,
well-
this is the one I like right here. Yeah, I did.
Definitely.
I went through all of them, and I was like, let me check these things out. But he
Yeah,
does
man.
good quality work. So shout out to Blanca Gear. Hopefully, I'm not fucking that name up.
Well, and I definitely know how he heard from us. He followed us just like everybody else can at MACKDOwn Podcast.
Hell yeah.
correct.
Yes,
Just like
sir.
so many
Gotta
others
get that
have.
in there. Cheap pop.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
Not
whatever.
sponsored, but,
Yeah, I was gonna say.
appreciate the follow, man. It's cool of you.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah,
When I send one of those belts over, we can always use one, put it on the wall.
hey man, we need a fantasy belt for the MACKDOwn Fantasy Federation.
Yeah,
so
we do.
Check out
we
his
need
stuff.
we need one. So if you wanna get with us, we can collab. You know, I don't want no freebie. I'm not trying to get no freebie, but we can figure something out.
Shit, speak for yourself. Yeah, I want a freebie.
But hey man, it ain't always about taking and getting and all that. You got to give sometimes too. You know.
Gotta appreciate the skill, you know?
I'll give him a thank you.
But anyway, at Blanca Gear on Instagram, check him out.
The
Look-
thoughts and
yeah, check-
opinions of people on this podcast are of their personal opinion only.
Well, shit, guys. We so as we sit here right now, it is Halloween. It is the day of Halloween. It's
It is.
Sunday. So, with that being said, do you guys have any spooky stories or any what gives you the heebie-jeebies, man? Like Kimmy, I know, paranormal shit, and me too. Like anything ghosts or like if chairs start moving, that shit will freak me out.
Yeah, any paranormal type activity I'm not cool with. Like
Yeah, I'm a
jump
little bit-
scare movies, they don't scare me, but yeah, like the paranormal movies, yeah, they got me.
Yeah, they got that first one definitely got me, especially when she pulled him out of bed and dragged him out there and slammed the door. I'm like, oh man, I never sleep with my foot outside the bed ever again.
It don't matter. They're
That's-
gonna just pull the blankets off you anyway and just
Yeah.
snatch you. You know what I mean? What are you gonna do?
Exactly.
Dude, if
nothing.
that shit was to start happening, like, you got to check out, right? I mean, like,
check out of life,
yeah,
like peace out
Yeah,
of life,
like-
bye.
fuck yeah. Why would I want to stick around and just get tormented by a fucking ghost?
Whatever. I'd be
or a
going to
demon.
I'd be going to Allison, being like, "Hey, bro, I don't know what kind of witch shit you know, but I need like some sort of special protection bubble around me."
Dude, I couldn't
I need
handle
some-
that. I could not handle like being in bed and like someone grabbing me and pulling me off my bed.
No.
I couldn't imagine that. Like I would be like, what the fuck?
Well, dude,
we got to move right now. Like we got to
imagine
get
you
the fuck
get
out
pulled
of
off
here.
the bed thinking, oh, someone's in here attacking me, and you look down and there's nothing there.
Yeah. Now you're fucking really
Like,
freaked
I'd
out.
be scared because I'm thinking someone's attacking me, but then you look and there's nothing. Oh,
Not a damn thing.
What do you do?
Come on,
Yeah,
catch
like in
them.
that situation.
have a heart attack
like,
and die.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, and by the way, what happens if this thing is just attached to you? Like they say, some of these demons will just like attach to you. So wherever you go, it goes. It's just on you now.
Yeah, fuck
Dude.
that.
And then it just fucks with you your whole life.
Well,
Yeah,
and
see,
then
I
they
couldn't
say
deal,
that it
bro.
gives you like sleep paralysis, so you're awake but you can't move, you can't talk. Like,
Yeah, it's like anesthesia. Fuck that.
gave me goosebumps just now thinking about it.
Yeah, man. Yeah, paranormal shit fucks me up, dude.
Well, I'm gonna dress
Yeah.
up as a Reaper tonight, so hopefully nothing stupid happens.
I'm gonna
gonna
hopefully
be a-
dress up.
I'm gonna be a dad.
That's a good costume, you know.
Yeah.
Bro, just put on a Tom Brady uniform and just say you're a Patriots fan for Halloween.
I mean, what I am.
We got a buddy that
am.
does that every year. He wears a hockey jersey and he's like, "Yeah, I'm a hockey fan this year."
Yeah.
Like that's what you are every year. He's like, "Yeah, I know."
Yeah.
Like,
Make it-
okay,
make it
Silent
easy.
Bob.
Make my life easy. I wanted to go as John Cena. It's just too cold. I can't put the jorts on, man. It's just too cold outside.
Just be John Cena in that movie, Vacation Friends.
Oh my god, that'd be great.
Dude,
That's what I
you
was
in
doing
that
like this.
kind of wig would be hilarious, like a blonde wig with like or a blonde
The
brown.
slick back look,
Yeah.
the greaser look.
Yeah. Oh my god, that would be so funny.
Dun, dun,
What was that
dun.
mask you were wearing last night?
That was just one of those like glow light up mask things that just
Yeah.
Why don't you just
like you
wear
push
that?
the button. Huh?
Just wear that.
That shit is definitely not.
He's like, I can't
Good for
drive
your
in that
face.
thing.
No, you can't. I mean, like on the face, it's just not. Oh my god, you dropped the. That thing just does not work on my face too well. It heats it up and shit, and it's just like no, nope.
What was your favorite Halloween costume ever? Do you have one?
Yeah, I went as oh god, what is his name? Jaime Lannister from Game of Thrones.
Oh, you went as the
It's
sibling
the Kingslayer.
fucker?
Oh,
The sister fucker, yeah. I went as
Oh.
the sister fucker.
Dude.
Kingslayer.
I was trying to be nice, and Mike's like, the sister fucker?
Shut your fucking face, sister fucker.
Dude.
Oh my
That's
god.
you know what? Hey, after watching that show again, because we watched it. It was super rushed when we watched it.
Yeah, we did.
Because we were trying to catch up, and we
get
were
to
being
season
pressured
8.
by, yourself, AJ, and amongst others, to get this fucking shit caught up. 8 years worth of content in like 3 months we did.
Yeah, over 1 hour episodes each.
Dude, so we caught up, and we hey, not gonna lie to you, sometimes we just watched like what
recap.
happened on the last episode. Okay, cool, we caught up, let's watch. And we did that for multiple episodes. So after it was all said and done, not having to wait those whatever 7 or 8 years or whatever it was from the start to the end, I was like, meh, this fucking show was like, yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, it was like, okay, it was okay at best, But then I went back and rewatched it, dude, the whole fucking thing. Made sure I watched every episode, every detail, and then not to mention on the app, that fucking battle scene in the last season, like you can see it all. Like it wasn't dark, like because on the last one it was dark.
Very.
It was because I think we watched it on like the PlayStation, on the HBO
God.
Go or whatever the fuck,
Yeah.
whatever it was, HBO Now. But everything was so dark. But then this one, dude, it's all lit up. You can see everything. It just makes so much more sense. So after it was all said and done, I was like, okay, that was actually one of the best shows ever. Like, I would not hate to go back and rewatch it again. I mean, that I wouldn't.
Well,
I wouldn't.
I
but
plan on it. I plan on going back and rewatching it again, but slowly though. I mean, I'm gonna have to have like nothing
you
else.
say
on.
that, bro, and then you're gonna get stuck, and then 3 episodes later, you're gonna be like, "Fuck, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. I need to go to bed."
I know. You
That's-
do get
yeah.
sucked in.
I might do that during like during the vacations, like Christmas vacation or something like that, or when there's like nothing to do.
It is definitely worth the rewatch, man. I'm not gonna lie. It's like if I ever meet somebody that's never watched it, I'm gonna be like, I'm down to fucking watch it. I'll watch it with you. We'll marathon that bitch. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a great show, man. But yeah, so you said your favorite was Jamie
It was Jamie
Lannister.
Lannister. Yeah, that was probably my favorite costume.
Do you have a
Um,
favorite?
Yeah, the one that was probably my favorite that I made was I think it was the Lagatha from Vikings.
Oh.
I literally went and got
Oh,
a dress
yeah, I
and
remember
totally
that.
customized the whole front. I made a corset.
Oh, wow.
Like I made the whole thing. Like I
Yeah.
literally made a corset out of a leather bag.
Yeah.
Like I literally took the bag apart and like re-sewed it and fucking
Yeah.
added all the straps and added all the grommet. Like I did the whole
That's
thing.
fucking awesome.
Kimmy legit like makes her own shit. Like,
Yeah, I do.
Well, speaking of that, my favorite, you made it. Well, we made it. The fucking dodgeball costumes, dude.
Oh, I
That's
honestly,
my favorite. That between that one and Elvis, those are my two favorites.
I might want to change my answer because honestly, I'd kind of forgotten about that. I don't know how I forgot about that, but that's probably one of the most epic. Yeah, dude. And I felt bad because we actually made the Average Joe costumes and we made the fucking Cobra costumes.
Yeah.
So we went and bought yellow basketball shorts and red felt, and I literally cut out the Average Joe logo and put them on the shirts and like
Yeah.
put the stripes on the shirts.
They're like 100% custom, dude.
100%. Like we didn't
yeah.
just go buy the costumes, like we made it. And then the same thing with the Cobra logos. We went and got like shoulder pads or knee pads for like construction work, but made them into shoulder pads. And like
Yeah,
made the
because then
little-
didn't we make the Cobra logo
Yeah.
out of like foam as well? And
Yeah.
attach it to, yeah, dude. It
Yeah.
was. Yeah, that was fun. That was a damn fun.
shit.
That was the first year I lived here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll if we can, we'll try to post pictures of our AJ. If you want to send us a picture of your costume, if you have one, we'll do the picture of the dodgeball costume.
I'll try to find an appropriate one because I was doing some crazy shit.
That was
I mean,
crazy, AJ, back then.
Yeah, that was crazy, AJ.
About a year ago.
That was
Yeah.
before I found Jesus. Before I found. Yeah,
Yeah, it's about a year ago.
I love you. I'm
Yeah.
just kidding.
it's before I found Jesus, and I was like, "Man, what's wrong with me?" He was like, "I don't know. Who are you? Get away from me."
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Break
can you
all it.
lose
Break all
Jesus again? Because that's not a good thing to find.
True.
All you born agains are fucking nuts.
Oh,
Repent for all your sins, and then you can just go re-sin some more. And religion's weird.
I just feel bad for the parents of those kids, of those people who were born again. Like, damn, if you're like 60 and you're born again, your mom's cooch has got to be like, "No, wait, you're not coming back this way."
Oh my God, she'd probably die.
Yeah, that's if you were born
That's
again.
tough. Yeah. Oh my God, when you put it that way.
Well, I mean, if you're
Yeah.
talking about physically being reborn, yeah, you can't do that.
Yeah, at the same size you are now. Like, oh my God, you just killed your mother.
Split
Born
in
again,
half.
here we go.
Dude.
Just pop out like a bowling ball.
Yeah.
like
How
this,
do you?
just like,
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's fucking terrible. Like, how do they
Shit, you
put
wouldn't
you
be-
back in there? You know?
You,
They
bet
don't,
you
that's
wouldn't be
crazy.
crowning at that point. Imagine you kick.
Oh.
You kick right through her stomach.
Oh yeah, she's dead, bro. That's worse than the alien. The alien popping out.
Oh. Well, yeah. At least it was a small hole. You can like suture that back up if you know, if it didn't rip through anything crazy.
Speaking of aliens, have you ever seen those movies?
The alien movies?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All of them?
Yes, because I saw
Okay.
the one not knowing it was an alien movie as well.
Okay. Kimmy's notorious for like not watching movies. Like,
Yeah, that those ones I have seen actually.
So Prometheus, you seen Prometheus?
Yes, I did see Prometheus, not knowing that it was.
I don't think
Associated.
anybody knew that was going to be associated at the beginning.
Yeah,
like,
actually-
like towards like 3/4 the way through, we were like, "Wait the fuck a second, dude! This is aliens! Like, what the fuck is going
Yeah.
on?" But and then of course, Alien. What was it? What was the second one they did?
I'm like, I could Google it.
Alien Resurrection, I think it was.
Was it Resurrection? The one from the secondary movie from Prometheus?
Yeah, where that
Yeah.
big bitch came, the big
Dude,
queen.
those. Hey, I'm gonna tell you, man. There was a lot of people that did not like that movie. I fucking really enjoyed that movie.
I thought it was good.
They could have split that first movie into two because of the whole, like, you know, hey, we found this star system, blah, blah, blah. And if we go, they could have stretched that whole process out. And then the second movie, they could have tied in the alien factor. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It would have just made a little more sense that for us, the viewers, you know what I mean? But we followed.
I still liked Alien versus Predator. I still think that was.
Wow, I can't believe the original Alien came out in '79, bro.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
Sigourney Weaver.
Yep.
Get away from her, bitch!
Dude, 79 was a great year for movies, dude.
Wow.
Because wasn't Star Wars
Yeah.
in 79 as
That
well?
started.
I think you're right.
That started at that time. Yeah, the '80s was just a great time for movies, in my opinion, as far
Great
as
time
like
for
the get to
everything,
know
bro.
yourself movies. But then the '90s just exploded, bro.
80s music was the best, dude.
Yeah, after from December 31st, 1999 to now, everything just went downhill.
Oh my god, yeah, it's like the whole
true.
2000s. Like, where's the last 21 years in? Like, hello.
Yeah, music is taking a shit. It's just it's that copycat culture, man. Like everybody's like, what's popular? That's what's hot. Okay, that's what I'm gonna do.
Well, here's
and it's
what
like
we're
there's
getting
no
into
originality
now.
anymore.
Dude, you're so right. And because they're like, oh, Chucky reboot. Oh,
Yeah.
fucking Turner and Hooch reboot.
We've seen all
fucking
this.
like, yeah, like why am I getting so many things from the past like back again?
I gotta say, Disney's probably the only original creator.
I mean,
in all
Disney,
of this with the
Pixar,
whole Marvel.
Yeah. I mean, to an extent. I mean,
Well, even their animated cartoons are really good.
Yeah, they
I
make you
still
cry.
haven't watched a lot of those yet. I turned on that one Justice League Dark or whatever the fuck, and I think I fell asleep like 20 minutes into it, and
Oh shit!
I just never turned it back on.
Hilarious. I tell you, watch Titans on HBO Max, bro.
I've gotten a little into it. It's I need more time to let it kind of.
And then
I don't know
Doom
anything
Patrol.
about that franchise, like that franchise, the Teen Titans and all that. I literally don't know anything about it, so that's why I'm like, ugh.
So AJ, sidestep back into Halloween vibes. Yeah. So what I thought was, so this year I put like a straight up cemetery in my yard. That's the decorations. I got ghosts
Yeah.
hanging everywhere. I got fog machine, the whole nine.
Yeah.
That's
So
awesome.
We had a little test run last night. Well, Kimmy did a test run last night, and it was pretty badass.
pretty spooky. All my pumpkins have LED lights that I can change the color and
Yeah.
flicker them and stuff. You know.
Oh, you did it out. You did it up. I should just bring the kids down there and just stand them in front of your house.
I'm giving out full size candy bars, so
Yeah, there you go.
Oh,
Full size.
shit.
for the kids that deserve it. Like when the people come with their little baby, I'm gonna be like, here's a little bite-sized Snickers. Have a good day.
Yeah, yeah. You're not getting no damn.
Yeah, but if it's like a kid with a cool costume.
Hey, by the way, the people that just leave their candy out unattended, you're fucking
I took
dumb,
the whole thing.
bro. You're dumb. I'm sorry. Like, you really trust people to like not take your shit? You're fucking stupid.
Well, I
Humans
don't-
are opportunists, man.
Listen, I don't think that there's. I think they know full well that someone's just going to take all of it. They're just too fucking lazy to sit and answer their door every like 2.5 to 5 minutes.
So it's a strategy.
It's a free for all. It's like once it's gone, it's gone. Sorry. You know what I mean?
That's oh man.
Please take one.
Hey, fuck the assholes that take all that shit though. By the way.
Yeah, they're
Like, come on,
assholes.
man.
Well, anyway, so
Okay,
here's my thought
I,
for.
I would be an asshole because I've done that before. I just dumped the whole thing. In. I was drunk.
Douchebag.
Guys.
Listen, I've
Come
taken
on.
a handful.
I've
I've never,
taken a handful.
I've never taken like all. They're like take one. I'm like, oh, 5. However
I'll
many I
take
can
5.
fit in my little hand.
Yep.
Okay. But yeah, I'm
Yeah,
never gonna
no,
dump the whole ass bowl into my thing.
Yeah, dude.
Plus, there's
That's
usually
true.
people behind me that are looking at me, and I'm like, I don't want to be that guy.
Oh no, I'm talking about like at 11:30 at night, and there's still candy at the
I'm
front door.
shocked. There's a little candy still at the front door at that. It's crazy.
No, it's some people's houses that do because some people they don't put the light on. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
to
They
me,
forget
I was raised if the light's not on, you don't go to that door. That
Nope.
means that they don't
Yeah,
have
exactly.
candy and they're not participating.
Exactly.
People will
Yeah,
still
well,
fucking knock on your door though.
Yes, they will.
I have the
And
ring
so-
now, so I'll be like, no candy, go away.
Sorry, we're out of candy, guys. You look great though.
Oh, see, yeah, I need a ring. That's nice. You can do that from anywhere in the world.
Yeah.
You literally can, dude. I can talk to like. There's been people that have come up to my door, and I'm not even home, and they're knocking on the door, and I'm like, "Yo, what do you want?" You're gonna
Yeah,
have to come back, dude. Yeah.
Mike's just like, I'm at
Oh.
home working, but so it just makes it seem like he's at home versus me at home.
Yeah.
That way you don't get bothered. That makes sense.
Well,
Well,
she's got a gun, so come fuck with her. You know.
yeah, I do have a
Oh,
gun.
oh.
So,
Hashtag Kimmy.
break
Kimmy's
into our
got
house and you're
a
gonna die.
gun.
So
You will. Yeah. I'm not afraid to shoot a person, and I know how to
we'll
use
shoot
it.
and ask questions later. So
Yeah.
Oh God.
Don't come into my fucking house
Yeah, dude.
unannounced. Sorry.
hey, man, we've had people break into our house. We've had multiple break-ins at this point. 2
Yeah,
of them
yeah.
since we've lived together.
Yeah.
Not here,
Not
but
here.
just in
One in
you
Georgia,
know.
one here.
Yeah, so it's like, nah, dude, you're here for one of two things. You're here to steal my shit, or you're here to fucking harm me. And
You're not
sorry,
doing
I'm not
either
gonna
of
let you
those.
do either of them. So
Yeah, both of those are bad.
you're in
so-
my house, dude. You're here to kill me, as far as I'm concerned. So you're
Right,
dead.
right. Yeah.
Fuck that.
Next level shit.
Fuck that, dude.
Okay, so anyway, back to what I was saying. So for next year, I know we keep talking about doing wrestlers, right? We're going to dress up as wrestlers. Okay. I thought about somehow building like a little wrestling ring out in the front yard and putting like skeletons in there each day doing different holds and moves and things. You know what I'm saying? But then like for Halloween Day, we could have a referee, we could have a few people dressed up as wrestlers, and we could, you know what I mean? You know what
It
I
would
mean?
be tough because it would be we would have to find something that's going to support our big asses.
Well, we don't know.
you know.
We don't need to get in the ring. I'm just saying, like, the decorations of the house will be a spooky wrestling ring
I see.
with skeletons
Yeah.
inside. And then so Halloween night, we're all dressed up as wrestlers.
That would be hilarious. Yeah, if we got referee, wrestlers, all the things. Yeah, that'd be fun. I mean,
Well,
I'm down.
are we all gonna do a themed thing?
Well,
Like, are
it's
we
gonna
gonna be
be-
like the Nation of Domination or something? Or
It's gonna be on a Monday next year, y'all.
Yeah.
So this is the end of the every 7 years. You know what I mean? You get it on the weekend. So
COVID would happen on the fucking Halloween. It was on a Saturday.
yeah,
Annoying.
yeah. Now we got
Well,
our
I mean,
work night.
I mean, the 28th and 29th, Halloween weekend, right?
Nobody
Well, it'll
came
be
to our door
tw-
yesterday. Like we didn't get not one trick or treater.
They always come the day of. But, like,
Which
if we
I was
were to
saying is
actually
rude.
do, I'll be like, Mom, you want to watch the kids so we can go have an adult night out?
I know, dude. I haven't been to a bar in like
Years.
forever, dude. Yeah,
It's been a while.
I miss going to
Oh,
the
is that-
bar. I just can't afford it.
Yeah, same.
Well, I mean, the only good thing about what I do is, most of my shit is free. So that's the only reason why I'm there.
I was gonna say you got a nice little chunk of dough for that house party, didn't you? Hopefully.
I did.
Okay.
I
Okay.
did.
You don't have to get specific, but
His
I mean-
face says it all.
Just put it this way, I got paid for that, and then I got tips last night.
oh hell yeah.
From
Yeah.
them old
And
ladies.
Oh man,
They
Are
were,
you about to show us a stack of ones, bro? Is
they
that
were,
what's
they were pinching his cheeks and shit. You
Oh,
know?
so he was there. He was there for like the whole shebang. He's the Chippendale. He's the
Right.
DJ.
Yeah.
He's the whole bit.
these were my tips.
Is that 50s?
God
Those are
damn.
50s, bro.
He said he was in a mansion. I hear you, boss.
I haven't even seen
Plus,
a 50 in
plus
like,
your pay, right?
Plus my pay. Yeah, I get
Yeah,
paid
bro.
on Thursday.
I'm in the wrong
I
business.
feel like
dude.
the kid from Goonies. $50 bill! $50 bill!
These are so rare.
I'm just exhausted. That's why I'm not a. It was a late night, ladies and gentlemen. Just put it that way. DJ AJ kicking it hard. You can always find out all about the DJ AJ shit at Drewlowski.
Hey, bro, why don't
After-
you know what, dude? I mean, all you would have to do is get a fucking traveling rig, and you could literally just become your own business with DJing. Like, you could legit live on your DJ job. You'd have to do it every day though, which would be tough. 'Cause of
Yeah,
your
I
kids.
can't. The way I'm feeling right now.
Well, no, I'm just saying, if you didn't have a regular daytime job, you just sleep in until when the fuck ever you get up. Well, take the kids to school, all that shit. Then you come home and crash, bro. And then you get up and do it. Put the kid, you know what I mean? Go work, or you know what I mean? It's just tough with the kiddos, man.
Yeah,
But you can legit make that a full time job. I say
Rick
you
does
can.
it.
You can do it. Not everybody
Yeah.
can.
Error, buddy.
Not everybody.
Everybody in the club getting tipsy.
It's my South coming out. My South.
Sam.
I was getting it like this last night. I was like, oh, everybody.
That looks
in
like
the
the
club.
same dance that old girl was doing
Yeah,
in the
I
video. Oh my god.
Shoot. Yeah, there was some oldies but goodies in there.
That's great. Hey, at least they know how to have fun. I hope I'm like that
Oh, yeah.
when I'm old.
Same.
Definitely,
Same.
definitely.
AJ, so to try to steer back on the road here, you did, getting back to the spookies, you did have like a little paranormal experience. So you think one time.
Boy.
Is that something you want to share, or you want to
Well, I mean, yeah, we
you don't
could-
want to like, bring up the past and bring up some old demons that
Welcome
might
the
fucking-
demons back.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, the story pretty much unfolds. It was a crazy night. I was back home, and I was sitting on my couch like normal, eating some food. Was on the phone with my ex and was telling her goodnight. I got up from my couch and I walked towards my room. And then that's the last thing I really remember. Why I lead the story like that is because when I woke up in my bed, I thought I was extremely hot and sweating profusely. And I'm like, man, it's hot in here. Why am I sweating so bad? So I went to the bathroom, turned the light on, looked in the mirror, and my entire face covered in blood. Blood just dropped. I mean, pouring out of my face.
Did you have a cut on your head?
Yeah,
Okay.
right across my forehead. And
Damn, that big?
yeah, yeah,
All the way? You got the Hogan coast to coast?
No, I mean, if you can kind of see it, if you look in the camera right here.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
It's right there.
Trippy.
Right
Point out.
across the bridge. Right across the eyebrows. Um, so I'm bleeding like crazy. And I look around because the light is finally on. So I'm looking around. There's blood on my walls. I walk out into the out of the bathroom into the little hallway. There's blood on my mirror. I go to my bed. My bed is just, I mean, it looks like a massacre. Like,
And had you been
it,
drinking at all that night?
no drugs, no drinking, no nothing. Just straight up Chinese food, phone conversation, bed. Then then I look in the living room and there's big pools of blood all in the living room. There's a handprint of blood on my couch. Uh, I'm freaking the fuck out because there's blood everywhere. I mean, there's blood everywhere. Um, yeah, so I called a friend of mine because I tried to dial 911, but I was like blurred vision. So I just dialed the last number called. Got by my front door, unlocked it, and said, bro, help. I'm here in my house. I need help. And just help.
Damn.
And I was like getting really tired. And
Well, yeah, you
like
probably lost a fuck ton of blood.
yeah, and I kneeled on the floor. I kneeled down like on the floor on the phone, and then I just laid on the floor because I was just like, man, I just need to lay down for a second. And when he came in the house, maybe 5-10 minutes after that phone call, he saw me just laying down in a pool of my own blood, just laying on the floor. And he's like, "Oh fuck!" Like,
Yeah.
what the fuck?
Yeah, at that point,
And-
I'm searching the house. I'm like, dude, are
Yeah,
you
so
awake?
he's
Are you
looking
alive? I gotta go
Yeah,
clear
he's-
this fucking house.
Yeah, he's looking around the house. He's like, "What's all this blood?" He's like, "Oh my god!" He's like, "What the fuck happened?" I'm like, "I don't know." So he sits me on my couch. The ambulance calls. He's on the phone like, "Yo, you guys got to get here. He's bleeding." So I take 22 stitches across my forehead, 11 in to close the first wound inside, then 11 to go across, to close the gap.
Yeah, they gotta sew up the
Um,
inside and then they gotta sew up the outside.
Yeah. So 22 stitches across my forehead. To this day, I do not know what happened.
I've
I-
seen some of the
I-
pictures. It looks like there's little footprints in there.
It looks like
In your
footprints.
blood.
Now here,
But is
Now,
that your
here's-
footprints though, or is that, you know what I mean?
oh well, here's the funny part about the whole story. Now, we've had a lot of shit happen in that house before, uh, you know, this day happened. What I mean is that we would hear cabinets close and open and slam.
Oh no.
We would hear all type of crazy shit, and we thought it was our neighbor that was like, his apartment. Used to be off. So we thought it was our neighbor. The walls are thin. You drop a pin and the whole building shakes. So so one day I'm leaving to go out of my house, and this is before this night happened. One day I'm leaving to go outside of my house to go to work, and I open my door, and there's a whole bunch of cops in the hallway. And I immediately close my door. I'm like, nope, we ain't doing that. So next thing you know, there's a knock on my door, and the cops knock on my door and ask me to step outside. And I'm like, oh fuck my life. I'm like, I'm like, what did I do? They're like, hey, my neighbor who's right next to me, who I'm thinking all this slamming and stuff is coming from, has 2 kids, and he asked me if the kids can use the bathroom in my house. And I'm like, yeah, sure. I'm like, what's going on? So I let the kids in the house use the bathroom. I'm out with a cop, and the cop is like, well, their dad died. I'm like, well, what do you mean he died? They're like, well, he just died out of nowhere. Like, they woke up and he was dead on the couch, and they called 911, and there's no forced entry. There's nothing wrong or nothing like that to show that there was any sign. He just died. They're going to find out natural causes or whatever. So that right there already sparked me, fucked me up right there. Not to mention that when I used to sleep, now my bed was adjacent. Hey, Mr. B is in the background.
He's back.
My bed is adjacent to my doorway, where it looks out into the hallway where there's a big mirror. So I had a big mirror closet where to enter into my bedroom, and I could always feel like something was looking at me through that mirror. Come to find out, there was an old lady that died in my apartment.
Ugh.
Do you
Yeah.
believe in energy, like energy lingering around? Because like spirits, quote unquote, and all that. Like, do you feel like? Because the energy's got to go somewhere, right?
Right. It just can't. It can't be harbored.
Because I don't necessarily. I am not religious. I don't believe in God. I don't believe. If there's a higher power, it's aliens that fucking genetically engineered us. That's
Yeah.
that's the way I feel. But I
I'll
do
pray for
feel
you,
like when you, yeah, thanks, appreciate it. Won't do much, but I do feel like the energy does disperse somewhere because honestly, dude, like when Dad passed, we were all there in the room around him, holding his hand, everything. Like we're all huddled around him, dude. When he legit died, like when they said you're done, there was a fucking, dude, a physical change in the energy, wasn't there? Yeah, so it was like just a physical presence, and I don't know. When you're around somebody, like if somebody's behind you, you can feel like a presence, and you'll be looking around, kind of like you were talking about,
Dude. Yeah.
So I wonder if that's energy. Like
It
I don't
has
know
to be.
about
I don't know.
spirits and like all that, but I mean, it might be. I don't know.
It could be. Well, because I've been watching a lot of like medium stuff lately,
And it's Halloween.
and it's Halloween, of course. But so it was probably just more my mind, and I like to tell myself that because if I think too much about it, then I get freaked out. You know what I mean?
It's like that
right
video
there
running
with
up
you.
the stairs in the house,
Yeah.
and the thing falling.
Yeah,
Chases-
exactly. Oh my god, it freaks me out. But yeah, I was watching all that stuff, and like there was this one person that said similarly to like when my dad passed. Mike's like, I don't know, I felt like an energy like rushed through my body like when he died. And I was watching a medium thing, and there was this lady talking about that exact same experience with like when she was in the room with someone special to her that had passed away, that she felt the soul like go through her body, kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Well, dude, I'm sitting in my room, and this has never, not once in my life, happened to me ever before. And I'm sitting in my room working, and all of a sudden, dude, I just felt like someone was like large, was like standing right behind my right shoulder. I just felt like someone was standing right there.
Yeah.
And I didn't even turn around because I'm like, you're home alone, bitch. Like, no one's here with you. There's no need to turn around because there's no one fucking here. And so I didn't even turn around, but I was just like freaked out kind of because, yeah, it just felt like someone's standing there. And I was like, oh, what the fuck? So I did not like that.
Yeah, I've had that experience too where it just feels like, yeah. Because like I said, even down here, that's why I'm like, I kind of want to go find out, like, did somebody die in this house? Because if so, like, I do hear some shit down here sometimes. I don't know about you. You've stayed down here in the basement. Have you heard some cracks and some creakles and some, sounds like somebody's walking down the hall or some shit? Have you ever experienced that?
Every time I'm at you guys' house, I'm just too tired to realize what's going on. So I could be like anally raped by a monster and just be like, what's happening?
Well,
What's happening?
Now that bloody night makes so much sense.
Yeah.
No, I still
You got anal
don't
raped
know.
by a fucking monster, and he just was slamming your forehead into like the bedpost or the floor.
Oh my god.
That's what was happening. That's why there was so much blood.
Oh my god!
Was your butt sore the next day too?
Jesus.
I mean,
That's
that's what I
why
think.
I
You
had to
probably
have-
fell and hit your head, and then that just knocked you consciously unconscious.
But-
You know what I'm saying?
But I'm saying, like, I don't remember falling. How?
Well,
I mean, if I would
you
have
usually
fell,
don't though. Like usually when you fall and hit your head, you don't necessarily remember how you hurt yourself.
When Dad passed out, he had no recollection of passing out
Yeah.
until he was looking around. He's like, "Why is everybody like looking at me?"
I'm like, because you just
Bye,
straight
get
died
away.
in front of me, dude. What the
Yeah.
fuck?
So who knows?
Yeah,
I mean,
but-
did you smoke anything right before that? Like, were you coughing?
But- no,
I know it's a long
everything- I
time
was-
ago, but
No, I remember this day clearly.
I'm
because
just
I
trying to
freaked
think of
the
the
fuck out.
logical explanations of
Like,
what
do you
could possibly have
remember
happened.
laying in your bed?
No, that's the funny part.
Okay.
I don't remember laying
See,
in
I
my
feel like
bed.
something must have happened. Like you must have slipped, or something must have happened on your way to bed where you like fell and hit your head and busted yourself open.
But the way
unconsciously, you were probably like, oh, and like wandering around the house, touching everything with blood.
Yeah,
You know
I've
what I
been,
mean?
dude, I've been knocked out before, and like, I don't remember. Like, a lot of times, it just depends on how severely, I guess. Because I've been knocked out to where I don't remember getting knocked out, and then I've also been knocked out where I remember getting hit and getting knocked out. You know what I mean? So,
And I've never personally been knocked out, so I can't speak on that. Mr. B, now that you're back, have you ever been knocked out and like knocked unconscious?
or like passed out or something like that, or anything.
The only time that's ever happened when I was in a car accident and my head hit the steering wheel.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So you came back just groggy as fuck, kind of trying to figure out what happened.
Well, what actually happened was this chick pulled out in front of me. I T-boned her, hit the steering wheel. When I came to, I got out of the car. Before I got out of the car, my sister screaming in the passenger seat because she didn't have her seatbelt on. She hit the windshield. So I get out of the car, and then there's just glass everywhere. There's automotive fluid everywhere. Both cars are just like my car's in the ditch, pretty much. Her car's
So how
in the other
long do you
ditch.
think it took from when you hit the steering wheel till you came to?
Like seconds.
Oh, okay.
So it was just
Had
like
to been
bam,
like
bam.
seconds.
Damn.
Yeah, see, so I've never, same like that, I've never really been like knocked out where I've been like,
Lose track of lose time.
or not know what happened or anything like that, yeah.
I'm telling you, man, that thing had you face down and then put you in bed and tucked you in, bro.
He feels so violated, Lou.
Well, he said he wouldn't know.
That's funny.
I need a shower. I feel so dirty.
Well, I would be interested in getting this house checked out too, because there's been a couple of instances where I'm like, what the fuck was that all about? Because like we had these, I told Mike recently, just I have a wine bottle, a beer, like in like 2 beer bottles, and one of them's a Buddha, one of them's got like Pink Floyd logo, and the other one's got like a skull logo, and I just have them all on the shelf, lined up from tallest to shortest, and the tallest one somehow like fell off the shelf, but it almost seemed as though it was like projected off the shelf, like if someone like went like flick, and like only,
It wasn't like a graceful tilt or fall. It just
No.
was like dunk.
it literally just fell off, but in a direction that it wasn't like falling off the shelf forward, it was like falling off the shelf and being projected like in like away,
To a wall. Yeah, like being thrown.
yeah, like being thrown, and none of the other 2 bottles moved, nothing else on the shelf moved, so it's not like the shelf itself moved in some kind of way and caused it to move. So I'm like, what the fuck was that? And nothing was happening. Doors weren't getting opened and closed. Like I was just standing there and Mike was just standing there, and the bottle's just
Mr.
like
B.
clunk. Yeah, Mr. B. So it was just weird. I was like, what the fuck was that?
You know,
Was
so,
was that in this house?
Yeah, this house.
yeah.
Oh, fuck that. I ain't coming down there.
So like
anymore.
that shelf when you first walk in the house, that shelf right there to the right. But yeah,
Well, I don't know. It's weird. You know what I mean? Because like in cases like that, I think of that movie Interstellar.
Mm-hmm.
Like when he's in like the 5th dimension or whatever the fuck, and he's behind the bookshelf and he's
Pushing
punching the
books.
bookshelves out, going, hey, I'm here.
right. But you can't
never-
talk because you're in
can't-
another dimension.
Right. Is that what the fuck's going on?
Maybe
Is-
your spirit goes to another dimension.
Yeah, if there is a spirit, does it just go to a different dimension and you get trapped or you get stuck or,
They're trying to communicate with you.
who knows, dude?
Well, because
Who
after my
fucking
dad
knows?
passed away, there was a lot of weird like music things,
Yeah.
like stereos would just turn on and like weird
Well,
shit
then
like
not
that.
to mention, dude, like, so my dad's favorite band, well, one of them, I'll say,
One.
is Pink Floyd, right? So in this scenario, he passed away, dude. It was that night, right?
Yeah.
Or no, maybe not that night.
I think it was the next night because we went. Yeah, because we went to do the. We went to do the stuff at the funeral home like pretty quickly after.
Yeah, so basically what would happen is my grandma and Aunt Stacy would be in the house, and all of a sudden, because Dad had like a little, I don't want to call it a shack, but it was like a fucking...
You almost want to call it like an in-law suite without like a running bathroom. Basically, it had everything
Yeah.
but a bathroom.
Yeah, it had everything but like a kitchen and
Yeah.
a bathroom.
Yeah.
But everything else he had in there. But anyway, it was that, but he had it all spruced up. He always had music and stereos and speakers and shit. Well, I guess one night the fucking radio just came on. Boom. Right? It just came on. Loud as fuck in there. So Aunt Stacy goes in there, turns that shit off, comes back in, right? Another day or so later, Grandma's sitting out in the fucking yard in the back, and all of a sudden, boom, the fucking stereo is loud as fuck, and it's playing Grandma's favorite song, which is The Rose, and it's being played by Dad's favorite band, well, one of them, Pink Floyd.
Wow.
Like, how much of a coincidence is that? Like, because The Rose was from what? Who? I don't remember.
It was Mumsy, and so basically, that was Mumsy's favorite song. Like, and then they kind of had that tribute to her when she passed, is from what I can understand. And so what Grandma said, it was almost like Mumsy saying, "Oh, she has Dad with her."
Yeah, like, he's good. Everything's fine.
Yeah. And then like my grandma went to climb up on like a ladder to put a branch or like to water plants, and then the plant just fell off of its hook. And so it was almost like, because we were always like, my dad was always the one there with my grandma on a day to day, like, hey, get off the fucking ladder, dummy.
Yeah.
You're going to fall and break your hip, old
Yeah.
lady. You know what I mean?
Oh.
And so it was almost like my dad, like, dropping the plant, being like, why are you trying to get up on this ladder to water this plant right now? Like, don't even bother. Kind
Yeah,
of a
like,
thing.
what are you fucking doing? Like, almost like he's like a protector of some sort. Like, if that was real and if you believe that,
Right.
it's almost like, hey, I'm going to knock this down because your ass is about to fall. I've
Right.
already seen it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Who knows? Like I said, I don't personally believe in that, but I don't know. I'm not going to sit here and be naive and be like, there is no God. You know what I mean? There is no higher being. I'm not
I
gonna do
consider
that.
myself agnostic, meaning I don't believe in one certain thing, but I'm not going to say I don't believe. I'm not going to shun ideas of different things. I'm not going to be like, no, I'm an anti-believer, like, because that's what quote unquote atheism is.
Yeah, I guess I'm not an atheist then. I guess I would be more agnostic then.
Yeah, it's like, hey, I'm not going to be closed down to your idea, but I don't necessarily believe in it either.
Yeah, I'm open to the idea that there's an alien race that created us. You know.
Yeah, why not?
I'm open to that. Yeah.
Hey man, hey, there's been a lot of alien activity on the news feeds lately. So who knows? Maybe they're coming back.
I don't know. Maybe that's where all the energy comes from.
Maybe that's Jesus.
Maybe that's Jesus.
The Anunnaki, man. Like, I mean, they're
Sweet baby Jesus.
if you know anything about the that kind of shit, it makes way too much sense to to disregard.
Yeah, some of it does.
Yeah, then some of it's
But
weird.
flat earthers can really do a good job of convincing me as well. So
Hey man, if there's no one opposing them to talk to them and answer questions about what they're saying,
it makes sense.
they sound like they know what the fuck they're talking
Yeah,
about.
exactly.
Make you scratch your head and go, huh,
Maybe.
I don't believe that,
Long as-
but
You're like, you sound good. You sound really, really good.
it's like maybe that's why
I
they won't
trust
let
you.
us into Antarctica. Who knows? Because we'll just fall off the fucking edge of the earth,
Yeah, I don't know.
oh my god.
Just like Christopher Columbus said, right?
For real.
Let's not go there.
I know, right? Oh my god, we can fall into a
Flat Earth
fucking hole.
shit.
I'm just going to live for my next, 10 to 40 years and hopefully nothing crazy happens.
10 to 40.
Right.
I know, right?
10 to
Jesus,
40
that's kind of the
years.
way it feels, huh?
I'll either make it to 40 or 70. We'll see.
Yeah, 65 does not seem like a realistic number for me.
I know, right?
I feel like I'm going to be gone before that. So unless I get my shit together and start working out every day and,
That's going to be the
eating
thing, though. Then you're going to
healthy
get to the pinnacle of your fucking physical, health and then get hit by a bus.
yeah, have a heart attack eating a salad.
Right. Just fucking die in a salad.
Yeah, that sounds legit. But yeah, man, I know Kimmy and I, we grew up in California down in the southern deserts over by Edwards Air Force Base, and we've seen a lot of crazy shit in the skies over there.
Oh, yeah.
Fire, like legit fire plumes and fucking
Oh my god.
like crazy weird lights. Like that, the
Blinking
first time
lights.
we ever seen the fucking the stealth. Remember, it was coming in and it was all flat, and we were like, "What the fuck?" And there was no sound, and then it banked like right there, and we were like, "Holy shit!"
Yeah.
It was cool as fuck to see that, but it was like it wasn't even really promoted that thing was even a real thing at that point. You know
Yeah,
what I
so
mean?
as kids, we're just seeing, like, what we think is alien fucking spacecraft. It almost looked like the Batmobile, or like a bat, you know what I mean? Like the Batman
the Batwing.
plane. That
Oh,
shit was
wow.
crazy.
But yeah, we used to see all kinds of shit, and yeah, just there'd be like white vans parked out everywhere, and
well,
just
we
really
lived-
creepy shit out there, dude.
Oh no.
So literally,
yeah.
our backyard, quote unquote, we'll say the side yard.
Yeah.
Like we lived in a trailer when we were kids, and where our trailer was right on the corner of like a dirt road, and then on the other side of that dirt road was just desert for miles,
Yeah, there was like one
Dude.
little building like way out,
like
a few hundred, I don't know, maybe 600 yards out.
yeah, it was even farther maybe
Was it
because it
farther?
was quite small.
Yeah.
It's like the building that was far enough away where if it was hot enough out, it would be like you could see it in the waves of the fucking heat in the ground. You know what I mean?
Yeah, random ass
Oh,
helicopters
God.
would just park out there, like you'd see them come in and they just drop down over there and then
Yeah.
off they go.
Weird, strange lights. And we just used to go be like, we're gonna go outside and play and just run out into the desert.
Yeah, we did too. There's snakes and every fucking
Dude,
thing out there.
I'm surprised we're alive. How
Fuck
fuck?
that.
Yeah, I know,
fuck
right?
that.
We should not be here.
We should not be alive.
All the nails we've stepped on, all the fucking like,
Yeah.
oh,
We're like, oh, look,
Dude.
an abandoned old shack. Let's go walk in it.
yeah.
Smart.
But it was right by Edwards Air Force Base, man, and Edwards Air Force Base was synonymous with like alien activity and UFOs, and apparently there was a meeting between aliens and the president of the United States there.
Oh shit.
If you want to believe that. I mean, it's conspiracies are everywhere, you know what I mean? It's just what you believe and what you see and hear. But yeah, dude, so it's like it would make sense if that was real because it's right, literally right fucking there.
Yeah.
Which also tells me because Pete was Air Force.
Yes.
What the fuck did he know?
Oh, I know.
Like, what the fuck did Pete know? Because he worked at Edwards Air Force Base. So
Well, dude, and they worked for Rockwell for a long time.
yeah, building spaceships and shit. Like,
Yeah.
who fucking knows what they've seen out there?
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck, man. And he was in the know back then because then it was secret, but it was like in house. You know what I
Right.
mean? You're like sworn to secrecy and all that shit. But yeah, I don't know, man.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd be curious to
Yeah.
see.
And then my uncle with all the crazy shit he was doing, like,
Oh, I know.
bro,
Dude, like
Bro.
trying to contact fucking people.
Well, just
Oh, God.
just these little fucking metal things that they find out in the desert, and they try to get them broken open and shit, and like just weird shit. It was happening out there, dude. So, and then before we left, all the fucking shit that happened in the neighbor's trailer.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, super paranormal activity, dude. Like, shit happened over there that was like, I don't know, dude. Not many things give me goosebumps, but every time I talk about that shit, man, I get fucking goosebumps.
I mean, just tell him. Tell him your story, man.
All right, so at this house, it was, a pair of our friends. I'm not going to say any names, but it was a pair of our friends, and, I would go over there and stay the night. I don't know. This is what, 3rd, 4th grade, probably?
Yeah.
Probably
Yep.
4th grade, I would imagine, right? Yeah. And, we're over there chilling in their house. It's a trailer as well. But when you walk in, they had, like, the kitchen, right? And then you go beyond that, boom, there's, like, the little dining area, right? Maybe not even, because they have the dining room. Anyway.
It was almost like they had 2 dining rooms, but they had turned one dining room into the kids' bedroom with bunk beds, essentially.
Yeah, almost like a little office space area, maybe. I don't know.
Kinda, yeah.
But anyway, yeah, that's where we all slept, right? Well, there was a lot of creepy shit going on there. Like, this bitch, we were all over there one night. I think we were watching, like, Simpsons. She come walking down the hall. Her boyfriend's sitting there eating, like, a piece of cake or whatever the fuck. Dude, she comes down the hall, and she's standing at the end of the hall. Like, her eyes are literally rolled back. And she's like, "You're eating my fucking cheesecake." But she was, like, pissed. Like, she had a deep voice, like, "You're eating my fucking cheesecake." And he looks up at her. He's like, "No, this is, like, lemon meringue or whatever. I don't even remember what it was. It was a different pie. It was not cheesecake." And he's like, "You fucking ate your cheesecake. Like, I'm eating my cake. You ate my fucking cheesecake." And then she turned around and walked down the hall all creepy, like, just slow. And then not too long after that, we were all in the house, and there had been multiple times, like, sketchy shit would happen, and I would run back across the street and go home. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would be like, fuck this, I'm out, dude. This is weird. Like, I don't like the vibes here. Well, one night, dude, we were sitting there. I go over there, I'm staying the night, and it's just us. It's me, the 2 kids, and the mom, right? This is all that I know of, because, when we went to bed, that's all that was there. So not to say somebody may or may not have come in, but if somebody came in, literally, they're right there. Like, they're walking in, and it's right there. So I would hear the door opening, all that shit.
Mike's a light sleeper.
I'm a super light sleeper. So sitting there, we all fall asleep. It's dark as fuck. It's late. You know what I mean? I don't know what time it is. It's late. And I'm tossing and turning, and I hear laughing and shit in the back. Like, and I hear, like, 2 voices. So I hear the mom's voice, right? And she's, ah, ha, 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 just laughing. And you could hear this other thing is, like, mumbling. I couldn't make out what it's saying, but it's just like, almost like Charlie Brown's teacher. You know what I mean?
Oh.
And she's laughing. All of a sudden, the door just kind of swings open, right? And it's dark as fuck, so the light is shining down the hall, right? And there's a silhouette standing, you can see in the shadow, like, on the wall right here. So it's silent, no one's saying shit, and all of a sudden this thing starts, like, kind of shuffling down the hallway. But as it's shuffling down the hallway, dude, it's like touching everything. Touching the pictures, touching the wall. And it's like, I don't know if it's talking in tongues, dude, or what the fuck's going on. But it's like just mumbling, and it's a deep voice, so it sounds like it's a man's voice, you know what I mean? But it's just like walking around, just touching the sink, touching everything, dude. And the fucking thing walked by, right? And I just shut my eyes, acted like I was sleeping. It went around the kitchen, came around the dining area, into the living room. Literally, I mean, this took minutes. Like, it felt like forever, dude. But it walked all the way through, touching the couch, touching the TV, every fucking thing, just talking. And then it comes by the bed, and it kind of, like, just touches the rail, and it's like dragging its finger across the rail, just whatever the fuck it's saying. And then walks out of that room, goes back down the hallway, touching shit, talking shit, and then the door closes, and then like a fucking witch, dude.
The mom.
The mom just started laughing like a fucking witch, like a witch,
Like a cackle.
Yeah, dude. And that fucking creeped me out so bad, dude. I dipped. I left. I was like, fuck this, dude. I'm fucking out of here.
Well, and I think
And to this day, I get goosebumps right now even telling the story, dude.
Well, and I think you said what I don't know that you did mention was that it was like a druid-like type figure.
Yeah, sorry. It was all, like, cloaked in like this, well, obviously, if you're listening to this, you're a wrestling fan, most likely. So, like, when Undertaker would come out and the druids would come out holding the fucking flames of fire, it looked like that. So it had, like, a big-ass hood, all black. Like, you couldn't see its face. It had, like, the hood pulled way the fuck down. I don't even know what the fuck it was, dude.
Yeah.
Damn, you sure you weren't drinking or smoking anything?
Bro, I was in the 4th grade. I was in the 4th grade when this shit happened.
So like I said, you sure you wasn't drinking or smoking?
Well, I was known to maybe puff on a cigarette or something back in them days. But,
Yeah.
But no, dude, it was creepy as fuck,
scary.
dude. And I mean, we've seen some super crazy lights. Like, I remember one time we were walking across the street, dude, and just same thing. Like, you look out to the right, there's nothing but desert, and there's just this big fucking ball of light. Just like, I could draw it for you. Like, I vividly remember it. But it had, like, lights around it, fucking all different colored lights and shit, and it was like a big, like, from the bottom, it looked like a bowl. You know what I mean?
Jesus.
Yeah,
Well-
trippy as fuck, dude.
And then come to find out, dude, years later, once we were adults, Mike was sharing his story with my mom. And, dude, apparently she saw the same shit on a separate occasion at our house, like
Yeah.
across the street.
Behind the house.
Behind the
like, literally
house.
right behind the house by the shed.
Yeah.
They seen something out there because they were on the porch.
Yeah.
And then they ran up to the front, and
Yeah.
then the mom was right there.
Yeah, the
like,
mom
greeting them
from
at
across
the
the
door.
street. The mom from across the street that's all creepy. She was at
Was
the front
there.
door.
And there's
yeah.
no way the druid-like figure could have
Moved that
changed
quickly.
and got that, moved that quickly to get to the front door.
Right.
So it's like, what the fuck is that? And dude, she was into like some super sketchy shit. Like,
Witch stuff.
I don't
like-
want to say Wiccan, but it was like satanic. Like, it was
Yeah.
like straight up like,
Well, and then she said something to my mom about, Mike's like ready. He's ready to be groomed. Blah blah blah. And she's like, for what? What the fuck? Like, you're not doing anything with my son.
we
Like,
got to get the fuck out of here. And then, dude, they just up and vanished.
yeah, they literally
They,
overnight.
like within like a 3-day spirit, like we found out they were moving, and then boom, they were fucking gone.
Dude, yeah. Well, and then
and
after,
they left all their shit, all of it.
Dude, and our mom was super freaked. She's like, you're not taking a goddamn thing out of that house. She's like, you're not taking any toys. You're not taking fucking anything. Like, you don't touch anything in that house. You don't go in that house.
And
Well,
we did.
We did, of course. Well, we didn't take anything, but the only time I remember going into the house was after I don't remember, someone must have come in and emptied it out because it was totally empty. There was no more furniture left in there.
Yeah,
It was a
yeah.
completely shell of itself, basically. And we were going in there, and you know how when you're a kid, you're like, oh, Bloody Mary, like in the mirror
Yeah.
doing all this dumb shit.
Yeah, we
Okay.
were trying to summon ghosts.
We
and
were
shit.
trying to summon ghosts. Like, we literally went back into the mom's bedroom, and she had a connected bathroom back there.
Yeah.
And there
Oh,
was
you
like,
guys are crazy.
dude, well, we're
Bro,
kids, you know what I mean?
Yeah, we're young. We don't know what the fuck we're doing.
Yeah, we're not thinking we're doing anything, you know.
If there was a Ouija board, we damn sure would have
Oh,
fucking played with it. I can
Don't
tell you that
Play
right
with
now.
Ouija boards.
Yeah, fuck that
shit.
When we not anymore.
No,
No,
dude.
not anymore.
There's
back
so
then.
much creepy shit that I've heard about.
Well, yeah, and you don't
Those
know.
Ouija
Like, you
boards
don't
just-
know. Like, if you fuck up and unlock some shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
if one of them attaches to you, you're fucked. Like,
Dude.
good luck getting it off. You know what I mean?
Well,
If
anyway,
you believe in that.
we
You
went
open
into
the door
that
to
house.
anything when you play with those.
Yeah, no thanks. Even if it seems friendly, it's still not, in my opinion. I'm like, no.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
But anyway, so we went in there, and what we were doing was like running to the back bathroom, and we were like talking to the ghost, basically like, hey, if you're here, do this, do that, and dude, that
Yeah,
shit
show
was
us you're
happening
here.
though.
Yeah,
That shit
dude.
was like legit happening. Like, we're like, okay, I'm gonna turn this light on, and if you're here, we're gonna leave the room and then turn the light off, and we would literally leave the room and come back, and the light was off,
Yeah.
and then then we
God,
were in there, and it was
I'm
like,
getting
yeah,
chills, dude.
seriously, I'm getting goosebumps right now talking about it.
Fuck is that?
Dude, and the
Yeah,
lights
y'all
would like
crazy.
flicker and shit, like.
Yeah.
But we were like, hey, do this, and then it would happen, and I
Yeah.
was like, okay, we got it, yeah. And then we left, and then we ended up moving out of state, dude, like very shortly.
Very
after that.
shortly after that, yeah.
Like within weeks.
Yeah. Thank God,
Yeah.
by the way.
Thank God.
But yeah, dude, creepy as fuck, dude. Like, there's been some creepy shit. We've lived a crazy.
Yeah.
We've had some crazy experiences. I mean, we've seen some crazy fucking lights when we were traveling from Cali to goddamn Louisiana. Mm-hmm. And those big ball of like, looks like ball lightning almost.
Yeah.
It was just changing forms and shit, dude. Almost like it was tailing us for.
Yeah,
it felt like a while.
It was traveling down the mountainside, kind of.
Yeah, dude. And my cousin can verify all of this because he's seen it too. He was with us. So it's like, are we star people? Are we star children?
I don't know.
They're just following us.
I'm in a weird ebb and flow of life. That's all I know.
So I sent Cam the picture. Sent you guys the picture of
I seen that.
the stitches.
Oh yeah.
But Cam is like, "Is that you?" I'd be like, "Yeah, I should put like, yeah, I need help." Scare him or something. Yeah, I should
Be like,
yeah,
no,
last night
that's
was
my
great."
Halloween costume. I'm just kidding. I just cut my face open for no reason for this costume.
Oh shit! There's a fucking bug just came and hit me in the face.
He probably thinks that's from last night. He's like, "What did you do?"
Oh god damn. Well, yeah, because your hair looks the same in that, doesn't it?
If you can see it.
I'm about to open it right now.
It's just his forehead.
Oh god.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, bro. Damn.
Uh,
Oh, you should have fucked with him. You should have fucked
I
with
should
him.
have.
That's
What
okay.
the fuck is going on in my house right now?
All them bugs are coming in, bro. We talking about goddamn
I
demons
know,
and
like,
shit, and all of a
you got
sudden
me
you
all
got
fucking-
locusts and frogs are gonna start popping up everywhere.
If you turn on your sink and it's red, run.
All right, let's see. Hold on.
Oh, shit.
Oh shit! No.
Cam just did that. You got knocked the fuck out meme.
Yeah, I saw that.
I think you did get knocked the fuck out and you just don't remember.
Yeah, because I was gonna say I've seen people just straight up pass out. Like I know that you weren't hypoglycemic because you said you just ate Chinese,
Yeah.
That's all the sugar.
so that's not the case. But I mean, dude, have you ever gotten up too quick, and when you get up, you feel like lightheaded, like woozy? Has that ever happened to you?
Well, not woozy, not lightheaded, but like now you can see me. Now I took the filter off, so I can.
That's funny.
But no, not lightheaded or woozy or anything like that. Just like if I'm like smoking or something like that, or if I'm like bent over for a long period of time. I mean, that sounds horrible, but
That ghost is like, I know your goddamn weak spots.
I'm literally looking at my refrigerator, dying of laughter right now.
Hilarious.
Oh, I need food.
Oh, is it that
That's
time?
the time.
It's that
That's
time.
usually the ding ding.
Yep. I think that is.
Well, I mean, we all got it. I mean, is there anything else that you had that you want to touch on, or
That was about
any
it for me.
spooky stories that you have personally?
My only
outside
other
of the-
one.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say my only other one is when I first moved here into my own apartment. My guest room, it was a 2-bedroom apartment, and my quote unquote art room or my guest room was always just cold as fuck, dude. No matter what time of year, it was cold as shit in there. And my dog used to like sit in the hallway and look at that room and just growl, dude, and just be like, "Mm." And I'm like, what the fuck are you growling? Are you
Yeah, what's
freaking me
back
out?
there?
You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Because like if she growls at the door or
What's
something, I
back
can
there?
kind of understand because it's like, yeah, but so I'd go back there and it'd be cold, nothing's going on. Well, anyway, I had like a small flood in my apartment. Like this happened multiple times because I lived like in a garden apartment. So the first time that it ever happened, they came in, did the blowers, did the whole dehumidifier thing, whatever. It was fine. They come and suck up the water. Well, dude, after that, like scriptures started like popping through the paint in that guest bedroom.
Yeah, red writing.
In red writing, and it was like literally like, we'll just say
Proverbs.
Austin 3:16. But you know what I mean? But it literally was, like proverb, blah, blah, blah. And it was like stuff about like awakenings and like new comings of things. And like, it was just weird. I was like, what the fuck is this? So I never like painted over it because, it was just bizarro land.
Yeah.
But it happened in a couple different places. I'm like, okay, so logically, someone wrote a scripture on the wall with the Sharpie. They painted over it, and then the moisture caused the Sharpie ink to come through. Okay.
Obviously, right?
You know what I mean? So
obviously, that's logical.
logically.
What it has to be.
Well, then here's the weird part. So then my brother moves in. 2 weeks after he moves here, it was 2 weeks, right?
Yeah.
So 2 weeks to the day, basically. We left Georgia on a Friday. 2 weeks that and the following 2 weeks on a Friday as well is when we got the call about my dad. Basically being like, hey, some shit went down. He's basically on life support. It's basically like,
Yeah, he's not
going
back.
to make it.
Yeah.
And so we went to Georgia, did the whole thing for my dad. Dude, we come back. That room was just never cold again. It was always just
Always
hot
hot,
as
yeah.
fuck in there. Like,
Yeah.
always hot as fuck. So it's almost like whatever energy was in there, like, left. Or
another energy came in.
And-
one of the two.
yeah, it was
I don't
bizarre.
know.
It was weird, though, because that room was always...
Dad might have came in there and kicked somebody the hell out. He's like, "Oh, what the hell you do?"
Oh, you're here?
Oh,
Nah,
yeah, get the fuck
motherfucker.
out.
That
My
seems
kids
like
live
some
here.
shit he would do.
Seriously, though. No, my kids live here. You need to fucking leave.
Yeah, you got to get the fuck out of here.
So, yeah, because, yeah, it would be
Dad's
weird.
just a ghost. He's a ghost ass
He's a
kicker.
Ghostbuster.
He's a fucking legit ghost.
He keeps the negative spirits away.
He's a
Hopefully.
ghost. You said ghost dad, like Bill Cosby.
Ghost dad.
Remember that?
No,
Bill
I-
Cosby went through the phone.
That was weird. There was just a lot of fucking weird just sequence of events that happened after he passed that just is like, this is not a coincidence. There's no fucking way this is a coincidence. Because the stereo turned on like 3 or 4 times. Finally, Aunt Stacy just yanked the fucking plug out and was like, all right, bitch, turn it on now. If you turn it on now, then we're out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're out of
Then,
here.
then we know that you're here or some shit's going on. They probably would have sat in there and sat around candle fire and
Should try to summon him back.
yeah.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ. Yeah, it was a bunch of weird shit. Because, like, my dad and I have a song, My Girl, by The Temptations. And, dude, my radio stayed on 94.3 Kilo. Like, I did not fuck around and change my radio at all ever. Because I'm like, I like rock and roll. That's what I listen to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And especially at that time. Dude, I get in my car and turn my car on. Tell me why that song is on the fucking radio. I'm like, what?
Don't.
Yeah, like from the start. I'm like, I'm sorry. No, I never changed my radio station, first of all. Dude. And then like I had a picture of, you know, my dad and my brother when he was little hanging in my car, and that thing was like looking right at me.
Yeah.
And it always would be turned the other way. Like it never would face me, but it was like looking right at me, and I'm like, okay. And I called my mom like, what the fuck is this? I don't even believe in this crap.
Yeah, it's weird, man, because if I hear that song, like, I will, like, tear up. It's like at the wedding.
Yeah.
You know, we were at a friend's wedding, and goddamn, Kimmy goes over there and's dancing with the groom, and that song comes on. And I'm, like, literally right in the middle of having a discussion with, like, 3 other friends, and, dude, waterworks, man. I couldn't turn it off, and I'm like, well, yep, there that is.
Was that your aunt's wedding?
Yep.
No, it was at Sam's wedding.
Oh, okay.
Well,
Yeah.
and I never really, first of all, go to weddings, and secondly, I'm never like dancing at weddings. I'm not a dancer. So I just thought it was ironic that the one time I happened to go dance at a wedding, it was like, oh, this song's the song. I'm like, you fucking dick. Make me
Yeah.
cry if
Yeah,
that's the
dude.
truth. But anyway. But no, that for my own personal experience, like the one when I was a kid with the ghost and the lights flickering, that was for sure. And then again, just recently when I felt like that figure standing behind me, that freaked me out.
I know, but it's like we've been watching a lot of creepy shit lately,
I
and
know.
like the medium thing, and like, you know, so it's like, you know, if you really get into your own head about it, I can see where spirits and religion and all that is like 100% real. Like, how do you
Yeah.
explain some of that shit? You can't.
I know.
It's literally unexplainable. So,
But anyway.
Mike, did you have any spook stories that you've ever encountered other than the one right there by the front door upstairs?
No, that's about it, really. Most of the stuff I've just heard about from other friends.
Mike's in that good ebb and flow of life. He doesn't have those fucking...
He's like, I put no bad out there. Ever since he hit his head on the steering wheel, the spirits just like, oh, they ain't fucking with him.
Yeah, that was just the only time I ever blacked out, really,
Yeah,
that I
that's
can
crazy.
recall.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
got hit
like-
by my coach one time, forearm ripped by my coach right under my chin, and it knocked me the fuck straight out. I just remember waking up and looking around, and he's like, Mike, are you okay? Mike, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. And he's like, are you sure? And everybody's staring at me, and I'm like,
Huh?
I go over to my buddy Andre, and I'm like, how long was I laying there? He's like, a minute, dude. You were down there for like a minute. And I was like, for real? It felt like that. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It felt like I got hit, looked up, fell on the ground, and got back up. But they were like, nah, dude, you were like laying there for a second. I was like, oh,
You in the garden, boy.
yeah, you got knocked the fuck out.
Dude, I always do feel bad, though, watching those videos that the people get knocked out, and then when they're knocked out, they're like...
Yeah,
or they're just, like,
knocked out
making weird
bad.
noises and shit.
Or you'll
You're-
start convulsing and shit.
Yeah,
it's
it's like,
scary,
oh
dude.
my God.
Your body is completely
like
just turned off.
Them UFC fights, man. Them UFC fights. You see them motherfuckers get knocked out.
It's barbaric,
Yeah,
dude.
their bodies just contort in ways you didn't even know.
Their knees just break underneath them as they collapse. It's like, my God.
Oh, God.
Dude.
Well,
But anyway.
thank you guys for, listening. Follow us, as always, at MACKDOWN Podcast on all the
Yes.
socials.
At MACKDOWN Podcast, not the.
At MACKDOWN Podcast. Yeah.
All right,
If you
well,
have any spooky stories, share it in the comments.
Before we put the smack down on you.
Oh,
that's right.
all right.
The SmackDown, the MACKDOwn SmackDown.
Smackdown. The MACKDOwn Smackdown?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. Well, hey, again, for everybody here at MACKDOWN Podcast, AJ's hungry, so we're out of here.
Bye-bye.
Ah.
I could eat myself.
All right.
You could eat yourself.
Well, not myself, but you know.
Oh.
I would start with this part of my hand.
Yeah.
I was about to be like, Mr. B, can you teach me that? Because I've been trying to.
I know, I'm trying to think, like, you got to get rid of a rib or so.
Yeah, you'll see. You got to cut a couple ribs after that.
I've
Or
been
just get a
watching these
teammate that can
videos.
push you down, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Like, I've been watching these videos, and I'm like, these guys are, how the hell is these?
What videos you watching?
I was just about to say, this Thursday night videos.
Those Thursday night videos.
But when you throw Jake in there, it's like,
Snakes.
bro, we got motherfucking snakes on this motherfucking team.
Mingos. Kind of looks like the Oogie Boogie Man.
Oh, it's Halloween.
Wow.
And I'm here. Oh.
Damn, I just
That's
coughed so
what
hard I
I'm
think I lost hearing in my right ear.
Oh, shit.
God damn.